Alright. So, last we left off, we beat that Ace Trainer. We lost Nabara and Juvie, man. Rest in peace. Two great Mons on the team, but thankfully we do now have access to more areas, meaning more encounters. So let's see what we can do. Rebuild our team a little bit. First thing I'm going to want to consider here is going to be who my next boss fight is. What's going on, cheesy boy? WU, man. Ain't a W stream without a W audience, and that's exactly what y'all are. But what TM is this? Okay, let me see. Where's my items list? Oh, we're Route 9. Teams and HMs. Route 9. Oh, okay, I think this is Ice Punch. I'm gonna want that. Yeah, I'm gonna want that. Let me just check the... So there's Picnicker Alicia, Picnicker Caitlyn as well. It's going to come on along later. Picnicker Diana in the Rock Tunnel. Alright, I don't think this guy that we're about to fight right here, if we have to fight him. Perfect. Doesn't seem like he is a mini boss. Take him, I think. Shot. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh, forgot to heal. That is one thing I completely forgot to do. Okay, let's go ahead here then and hope that he goes for a fighting type move, because I did not consider the state of my Mons before I just went ahead and continued along here. We should be okay though, if nothing else, off just being over leveled, because this isn't a boss fight, so it's not going to scale to us. Stun Fisk might give a little bit of trouble. I'm really hoping it doesn't have Earthquake here. Oh, you know what I could do? I could Will-O-Wisp him. You know what? Nah, take the risk. Shadow Claw. Let's go, Benny. Static. You would have Static. Mud Bomb is not good. Never mind. Shadow Sneak. Benny. Alright, new plan. Usopp. As long as he doesn't use like Discharge, we're good. Yeah, alright, we can try Mud Bomb. Overly. Alright, there we go. GG's. Alright, let me go heal, because I completely forgot to do that. There we go. Pull up here as well. Alright, now I have my Pokedex too. So yeah, let's go heal. First things first, Poke Rider. Back to Cerulean. Okay, so we're at Route 9, right? Looking at the Mons available here on Route 9. During the day, Shelmet, Execute, Darumaka, Jupiter, Indeedee. Okay, that could be a good addition to the team. Ruffet and the Braviary could also be good, but I don't think it evolves until much later. Salandit. Esper, we already got one of those. Although Drapion, because Skorupi has a 1% chance, could also be useful. Alright, let me see. If we look at the bosses here. Picnicker Caitlyn on Route 9. Her entire team is going to be very weak to fighting, with the exception of Hisui and Sneasel. That's going to be fighting and poison type, so it's very weak to flying and psychic especially. Could pick up a psychic type. Indeedee wouldn't be a bad choice there. It only knows assist, though, which is weird. Ah, okay. So a bunch of assist users after Smeargle has a set of V-Create, Dragon Ascent, Trick, and Close Combat. I see what's going on here. Okay. In that case... could always just go and lead with Shinra with Detect to see what it tries to trick into, since the other ones only have assist. I'm gonna save state right here. Keep going. Could be her right there, but I don't think it is. Oh, nice. Right, care package. Black Sludge, Everstone, Flame Orb. Alright. So that's over that way. Anything this way. Hiker and an item. I don't think this is the boss fight, so I'll just take this trainer on, see what's going on. What's going on, Nuvi? Favorite Pokemon is Infernape. Mine has got to be Darkrai or Zoroark. First one is Houndoom? Nah. Yeah, Infernape all the way. What made you say Houndoom, though, out of curiosity? Not that there's anything wrong with it. This might have rollout. That could be a problem. Don't have rollout. Slightly worse. Actually, that's not really worse. All that means is that... never mind. I was going to say we could just Will-O-Wisp next time. But it seems like that won't even be necessary here. Alright, Bug Catcher. Do I need to fight that guy? I do if I want access to the wild encounters. Okay. Bug type never really worried me, though. Or Beetle. I don't remember if this thing is physically or specially defensive. I could always check, but I don't think we need to. Let's go Fake Out. I wonder what Return will do. Let's see. Nice. Vivillon, It could have hurt. What level does Vivillon learn Hurricane? Because I've been playing too much Pokemon Showdown. Vivillon can't really learn any flying type moves at level, what was it, 29? Then I think we're good. Alright, so it could have Air Cutter. Could have Psybeam, Air Slash, and Draining Kiss. Biggest threat here being Air Slash, but I think we survive one of those. Let's see. Go with Return. Stab plus Slug Scarf, although Thunder Punch would have given us that super effective damage. There we go. Head over here. Oh, and there's a raid den too. Okay, cool. Oh, I just realized that we forgot to turn our Repel off. Shoot. That's not good, because I don't want to execute. Hold on. Hold on. Is this post heal? Post heal. Alright. Let me turn the Infinite Repel on. That way we can actually decide which encounters we want to go. What are this going to have again? I don't remember. Either way, we'll beat him. What's going on? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? He's in front of the stream. Oh no! That's just the poster for the game. Yeah, I didn't put him there. What's going on, Master Kogas? What's up, Volt? Alright, so I'm gonna use Takedown, then Sucker Punch, right? neither of which are a problem for us. What happens if I just Will-O-Wisp? Oh, wait a minute. What am I talking about? I can't Will-O. It's fire and fighting type. Okay. I just woke up from a nap not too long ago, so that's why my my brain is not working the way it's supposed to. I took that out. And then this is the guy with Vivillon. But we didn't have to worry about him at all either. Flinch. Here we go. Let's go return here. Should I change my name to Rivals? It depends on why you changed it from Rivals in the first place. I would say, if your reason for changing it no longer exists, then I don't see why not, but I don't see any. Oh, an ether. Okay, I'll keep that. Name Bolt is cool though too. That's what we have here at the den. We have access to Phalanx. Okay, that's something I'm gonna want to hold on to. I'm gonna hold off on this encounter on this route for now. Full team is healthy. Alright, gotta get these berries. Like sludge and everything. Alright, I'm gonna save state again. So I don't have to go through that sequence again. Another bug catcher. Not a mini boss. Heracross, interesting. I don't know why I'm leading these bug catchers with Lopunny when I have two other fire types on the team. Like Blaze Kick would make pretty quick work of all these guys. But anyways, gonna go for a fighting type move again. Fury attack, interesting. Vibrava. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp because I don't know what this thing's gonna have, but it could have a ground type move. Supersonic, nice job dodging. Truth be told, I could have very well not needed that Will-O-Wisp either. I always underestimate Benimaru for no reason. Like he's not named after one of the strongest characters in his series. There we go. Plus he is attack beneficial nature with a pretty high base attack stat anyways. Right, bug catcher down, we have a hiker here. Some more tall grass, and that could be the picnicker girl. But I don't think I have to go that way, so I don't think that's her. I feel like the picnicker would be like, yeah, somewhere like here where, you know, you can't move on until you beat her. So because I'm pretty sure that's who I'm up against here. I'm gonna lead with Shinra and then save one more time right here. Alright. Oh yeah, this is her. Alright, she's gonna lead with Smeargle. Gonna try to trick us into getting that choice scarf. Our job is to not let her. I'm gonna detect just to make sure that she's going for trick. Dragon Ascent to lead. Okay. I don't think I can survive a Dragon Ascent. Yeah, let me just see. Pretty sure this KOs, but let's just see. Never mind. Okay. I highly overestimated Smeargle's attack. Yeah, it turns out Smeargle has a base attack of 20. So, that does check out. Sneasel, who only has assist. But that means it can assist into Dragon Ascent. V-Create. Oh, no, that's right. It's not necessarily only Dragon Ascent. It's going to be whatever Smeargle could possibly have. I forgot how assist works. Alright, V-Create. That's fine. We resist, and it just got to drop in its defense, special defense, and speed. So we eat that. Blaze Kick does a little more damage here. Interesting team. Really, really interesting team. I say we... Alright, nothing that assist could pull is going to be able to OHKO Benny, I don't think. Yeah, Dragon Ascent. Would have preferred V-Create, but I'm pretty sure that we still might be able to live this. Nice. There we go. Shadow Sneak to close out. Alright, from here on out, the rest of our team is going to be very weak to fighting. Spinda with the Choice Scarf. If we Will-O-Wisp it, then this thing is useless. Perfect. And it close combated. Even better. Alright, Spinda pretty much can't touch us now. Dragon Ascent, close combat. V-Create's not going to do a lot. And the Flame Wheel, I guess. That didn't do anything. Okay. I guess we'll go Rapid Escape and hope that it doesn't Dragon Ascent or close combat. Yeah, I mean that checks. Oh, it's contrary. Okay. That's actually not good. That's kind of something I'm worried about. Because now it's defense, and the rest of its stats are going to rise every time it uses the move. Alright, let's go Mach Punch. That's not good. I absolutely should have switched out, realizing the situation that I was in. Alright, Mach Punch, please. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I expected. Rapid Escape hits like a teddy bear when it matters most. To be fair, most of its moves aren't very high in base power, but yeah. Alrighty. I guess we can gamble and hope for close combat here. I did not handle this very well. I got too cocky thinking it was going to be super easy. We got lucky and got the close combat, which is good because now first impression should bring this down to Focus Sash. Yeah. And then V-Create, please live. Or at least, yeah, as long as we live, then, you know, we'll either trigger Emergency Exit. Perfect. Emergency Exit triggers. No, it doesn't. Okay. Sucker Punch. Oh! Shoot, wait a minute. Okay, I realized where I went wrong. I forgot that Assist technically is not an attacking move, which means that it also has +1 priority due to Lipart's Prankster, meaning that while Sucker Punch has +1 priority, so does Assist. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That just means that we gotta adjust our strategy a little bit here, I think, because I'm gonna try to avoid using my encounter if I really don't need to. So let's lead with Benny Maru here. I'm going to try to avoid using my encounter and avoid sacking the Pokemon. But let me look at the encounters here. There's no fishing or surfing, is there? Raid Dens. Route 9 Raid Dens. So we have Phalanx currently, but could potentially be Hisuian Electrode, Shelmet, Turtonator, or Tangaria. Seems like Phalanx low-key is the best Pokemon that we could have got from that. Let me see what Phalanx's stats are looking like. Good attack and defense. Get access to detect. When do we get... Alright, no retreats on until level 40 though. And that would kind of be the bread and butter of using Phalanx. I'm gonna go Will-O-Wisp. Alright, he's now choiced into Dragon Ascent. Probably didn't need that Will-O-Wisp, but we have it. Grab more water after this fight too. And then from here, it's just Flame Wheel with Drew. Interesting. Sneasel. I don't think we outspeed, but I think Shadow Claw handles it. Yeah, especially with, actually, hold on. Higher attack stat. Okay, I was gonna say higher attack stat could cause us trouble, but I'll take that. Here we go. Spinda's who we worry about. We get Will-O-Wisp right off the bat. Shoot, I really needed it to be using, Benny, what a trooper, dude. You are hanging in there. Alright, Will-O-Wisp. Spinda hurt by the burn. Let's get Benny out of there. And into Shinra, I think. Because this Spinda's only going to get more and more annoying. Recreate. Alright, good. It's a move that we tank at least. Now, the good thing is that they all only have assist, right? Which... Is there a move? Dex here? I don't think so. That's fine. I'll just pull up Spinda real quick. Does not show. Alright, let's use an official attack dex from Sarah. Ah, never mind. That's 20 power points. I was hoping that assist didn't have that many power points so we could just outweight it if we needed to. We can't, but that's fine. That's not something to worry about too much. Let the burn do a little bit of damage. High jump kick. Close combat. Yeah, the only thing that's annoying here is Spinda having contrary. So it's going to raise every stat that the other moves would normally lower. But we do get a pretty powerful, super effective move here. And Spinda should go down after this. I'm actually going to Blaze Kick. I'm going to... So instead I take the risk that it doesn't land Dragon Ascent. It did, but because of the burn, we should survive. As long as he didn't get a crit there. Crit would have been bad news. I'm going to detect. He's probably going to lock himself into Dragon Ascent here. Only thing I'm not super confident about is Smeargle on whether or not it could KO us, because we're really, really low on health. It's going to outspeed because it's Choice Scarf Timid Nature. I don't think it's going to KO. If it KOs, I'm wrong, and we do have the save beforehand. But I think we live at least one of these. There we go. Okay. Just don't miss high jump kick. Don't miss high jump kick. Perfect. If we miss high jump kick... oh, wow. That would have been really, really bad. Alright, now it's just Liepard. I mean, it's not like it's going to do anything, right? But we need his Usopp. We need a safe switch into Usopp. Either Usopp or Rapid Escape. Alright, here's the plan. I am going to switch into Rapid Escape. Hope it's not Dragon Ascent or Close Combat. Please don't be Dragon Ascent or Close Combat. It's Close Combat. He's going Oko. Oh, nice. Alright, that's clutch. That's very clutch. Fake out. Good damage. Alright, now please don't Dragon Ascent. That's it. If we V-Create our Close Combat, we win and we're good. Close Combat. Beautiful. Alright, that's GG's. What's going on, Seth, right? Got a question? The Fan Game Project. Interested in being a future beta tester? Of course! Absolutely. 100% yes. Thanks for asking. Yeah, that sounds dope. There we go. That is Picnicker Caitlin down, and that is all the mini bosses on Route 9. I am going to fly back to Cerulean to heal up before we take on Rock Tunnel. But now that we got that out the way, feels good. And we do have our Route 9 encounters left. I haven't really considered who I want to add yet. Let me see who our next encounter is here, because I'm going to try to do it based more off of the bosses that we fight. So we do have Picnicker, Dana in Rock Tunnel. Who has Rabambi, Bouffalant, Cloritzer, Ampardos, and Magmurder. Wow, what a team. What a team. And then Route 10, there's Pokemaniac Herman, who has Ninetales, Victory Bell, Cherim, and Sylveon. For that team, that's what I'm feeling like we might want to make use of Skorupi and Drapion. But we'll see. Let me take a look at our map also. See where exactly Route 10 is. Route 9, okay. So we go to Route 10 before the Rock Tunnel, it seems like. And we're probably going to have to fight Pokemaniac Herman first. But I don't know. They're probably in order of how when they appear, right? Would be my guess. So maybe it's not Pokemaniac Herman. Maybe it is the other trainer up there. Let's see. Yeah, Picnicker Dana in Rock Tunnel. Either way. Alright, I'm gonna go grab more water real quick. I'll be back in a minute, and then we're gonna head on over to the next route. Go. Alright, let's head on over to the Rock Tunnel. And then hopefully from there too, if we can get the Poke Flute from Lavender Town. Might be a little bit higher level than we're ready for, but we'll see. I also want to take a look at the Rock Tunnel potential encounters too. Let's see what's over there. Send me to the DM. Alright, cool, yeah. I will for sure check it out. Yeah, thanks again for asking. There we go. I fought that guy already. I guess that's how we got the team for Ice Punch. Battled him. I didn't battle this hiker, but I don't think I have to. Even if I did, oh well. Alright, here we go. Route 10. There's a raid den here. If we had Surf, we'd be able to get to the power plant. Fortunately, we don't have access to Surf yet. But we do have Route 10 encounters, plus, so we have Wild Grass, Fishing, and Raid Den. Let's see. Route 10 looks like it's going to be a really good Raid Den. Let's see what we have here. We got Eevee. Not that there's anything wrong with Eevee, but we already had an Eevee. So I'm wondering then. Oh wait, that just means that we're allowed to KO that and then try to get a new one. Without worrying about using our encounter. Okay. Because the other options here are Zorua, Hisuian Zorua, Heracross, and Toxel. All of which are great mons. Pokemon Center here. Step foot in here just so we get the fast travel. What's that? I don't know. Either way, Rock Tunnel, here we are. Let me also look at the Rock Tunnel, or the Route 10 encounters first. Route 10, we also get Voltorb, Helioptile, oh, Blitzel, okay. I remember we were looking at that earlier. Hisuian Sneasel, 1% chance. At night, pretty much the same mons. You replace Plusle with Minoon. Voltorb turns into Hisuian Voltorb. Tadbulb turns into a Mulga, and Hisuian Sneasel turns into Krogunk. I feel like both Sneasler and Toxicroak could be really good for the Erica fight. Let me take a look at Erica's team real quick. Kanto leaders. Honestly, though, we should probably beat Surge and get our level cap increased, right? I feel like that's going to be our #1 priority. Okay, in that case, they're both also pretty good because they have coverage for Frost Rotom and Hisuian Electrode. Big threat there would be obviously a Alolan Raichu, but we could possibly force that out with a fighting type. I'll consider it. Looking at Rock Tunnel encounters as well. Let's see. Rock Tunnel. Seems like we have a good amount here. Alright. First floor, Alolan Graveler. Or Graveler. Aron. Shuckle. Oh, Shuckle could be a good tanky mon to have. Ferroseed, Stonejourner, Heatmore, Minior, Carbink. Oh, good amount of mons here. I'm inclined to say we should possibly grab the Sand Slash in the basement. I'm just thinking here what we could do. What is Rock Tunnel Secret? Ah, well that looks very post-game. Oh, there's a lot of great post-game encounters here too. Ursaluna at level 85. I mean, obviously I won't be able to access that right now. But is there fishing or surfing in Rock Tunnel? No, it doesn't seem like it. That's fine. Is there a raid den in Rock Tunnel though? There is. Seems like there are 2. Ah, but one of them is also very post-game. Where you get Iron Boulder, Iron Leaves, and Iron Crown. Well, we'll worry about that later. What we can get here, Tinkertuff, Alolan Sandshrew, Earthworm, Ferroseed, and Delibird. I feel like Delibird is the only bad mon. Who's in the addition so far? So far, nobody. We have not yet replaced Nobara and Juvie, but we do have a lot of encounter opportunities. Alright, this guy right here I believe is Pokemaniac Herman. He is going to lead with a Ninetales. That's going to set up Sun, and the Sun is going to buff the rest of his team. Victory Bell has Chlorophyll. That's going to double its speed. Cherrim has its Flower Gift ability, so that's going to increase its attack and speed. And then Sylveon gets Weather Ball, which is going to get increased in power as well. And Sylveon's just kind of annoying to deal with. I'm thinking I should go back and pick up a Skorupi here. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. We'll see, though. I also need a mon to deal with. Ninetales. Let's, alright. I'm going to test it out. That's what I'll do. I'll test it out. I don't think that we're going to win our first attempt at this fight, but just to kind of get an idea how his team is moving. People love playing Radical, but I haven't seen a single soul actually beat it. You haven't been around long enough. This game's been out for a while now. People have definitely beaten it. Alright, so this is not who I thought it was. I don't know who this guy is, but hold on. I thought he was the mini-boss. Yeah, plenty of people have beaten this. This is not a new game at all. I'm also not aware of any other Radical games besides Radical Red. But if you've seen others, definitely let me know. Alright, let's switch out to... What's Shinra's stats looking like? Do we have Speedy? No, we have Offensive Shinra. But I think we outspeed. The Excalibur line's not very fast. Alright, high jump kick. Here we go. Farfetch. Ah, it's Galarian. Nice. Could know a dark type move. I don't think so. Could also know a flying type move. Let's detect and just see what he's going to open up with. Knock off. See? Smart. I knew it. I knew it had a dark type move up its sleeve. Alright, that wasn't bad. Probably didn't even need to reset for that, but again, in Nuzlocke, no such thing as too safe. Yeah, nothing over there. There's a mini boss somewhere here. Do I have access to Rock Smash? Oh, is it not an HM in this game? Is this guy the Pokemaniac? Nope. I mean, yeah, but not the one that I was looking for. Winston. I'm looking for Herman. Maybe it won't show up until the end. That would also make sense. Rabbit Escape, we've got to get you a better fighting type move. Don't we have access to Low Sweep? Maybe I'll teach it Low Sweep again, because we need a better fighting type move than Mach Punch. The priority is nice, but like, we're just not doing the damage that we need at all. Let's see. And then we can always reteach it. Thunder Punch. We also have Ice Punch now in our TM list too. So let's move relearn into... Oh, we have Jump Kick. Dizzy Punch is a normal type move. It's like a weaker high jump kick. Do we not have access to Low Sweep? I could have sworn we did. Yeah, I guess we'll learn a new move later then. Okay, let's see. We're in Rock Tunnel. Oh, you know what? That's why we haven't encountered Pokemaniac Herman. He's on Route 10. Route 9 is Picnicurdana. That's who we're on the lookout for. So this could be Picnicurdana. It could not be. If it is, she's opening up with Rabombi. She has a pretty fearsome team. So, guess we will save. Alright, that kind of changes our approach to things here. Nope, not her. Regional Pokemon would I like to see in a fan-made game? It's a hard question. Regional Mon. What are the regional Mons that I like? I like the Galarian Zigzagoon line, and then Obstagoon as the final evolution there. That's one that just comes to mind. Galarian Mr. Mime and Mr. Rhyme are pretty cool as well. I like Galarian, Meowth, and Berserker. Arctobax evolved into a pseudo. Oh, I know. Come on. You think I don't know that? He's a trainer Pokemon. I couldn't catch it. Oh, a new regional Mon. Like fake Mons. Okay. It's like a Pokemon I would like to see get a regional form. Let's do regional. Who's a Mon that I really like that is kind of underrated? How about... Let me see, what generation is kind of... I mean, I'm always going to feel like Sinnoh's overlooked, right? So anything Sinnoh that's new would be cool. Let's go Fake Out again. Honestly, Shinra would have been a better lead for this, but can't always predict that, right? Bleach. Might have high horsepower. Not a problem. Gligar might be a problem. Ah, I should have taught Rapid Escape Ice Punch. That would have been nice to have. Alright, Blaze Kick, do your thing. Oh, really did the thing. Why wouldn't they go Acrobatics again? Okay, I guess he really didn't want to win. Regional Mon, let's see. Regional. That's a hard one, because I feel like the choices for Pokemon that get regional forms always feel so random. Oh, hey, Terrakion. Yo, Terrakion, you want to join the team? Yo. I know he hears me. Yeah, I don't know. Unless there's something that Game Freak does that I am not aware of, but I feel like the choices for regional mons are always random. So it's hard for me to say who would be deserving. Alright, let me, if I narrow down Pokemon maybe, right? Like, not like Meowth, right? Meowth has a bunch of different forms across different regions. I would say not Pikachu too, just because Pikachu has so many forms. Do I not have a medicine pouch in my bag? I guess not. It's all in one items place. Alright. Let's heal Shinra up. I can go up, I can go down. Should they lead to the same place? I guess I'll go down. What's going on, Druve? Radical Red, yeah, Radical Red, and we're on that Nuzlocke grind. Ah, shoot, okay. So those toxic spikes might be a problem. Hoping it doesn't open up with a rock type move. Shock, interesting. Ancient Power, and you outspeed. Do I not? Does Emergency Exit not work? I'm a little confused here. I might honestly reload this because I don't like that. I went with the, oh, okay, so I still get my attack off. That's nice. I like how that works. That being said, I don't like having to be forced to switch out right before Toxic Spikes takes effect. That's no fun. So where do we live off? We have to battle her, and then I think we battle another hiker, right? I'm gonna save after each battle. How about that? In the spirit of not having to go all the way back each time. Oops. Safe state. I know I can't use the Poke Ride here. I wasn't trying to use the Poke Ride. This is the guy with the Rever Room, right? Question mark? Go Shima here. Okay, I guess we don't need to. Okay, and then yeah, that's where there were two hikers here. I think it's possible that I actually fought the one the other way around the first time, so I guess we'll do it a different time. Doesn't hurt, right? Yep, different guy. Alright, actually, you know what? It does hurt. It does hurt, because the other guy was easier to fight. I'm not dealing with Golett that definitely has no guard and a monstrous attack stat. Not doing that. That was an avoidable fight. You also want to avoid avoidable fights. Because I want to get, ideally, a gym badge or very close to one this stream. If not this weekend. Pokemon. Opening up with Shinra because he's going to go Rever Room. Yeah, it's a Rever Room and then the Gligar. Alright, Blaze Kick. Easy Oko. Gligar. I'm gonna go Blaze Kick again. If he acrobatics, it might cause us trouble. Oh. Ouch. It's a good thing I keep my super potion on me. In fact, let's go ahead and first thing we're gonna do is save. Next thing we're gonna do is heal. I guess that's my sign to start buying healing items now. I haven't really been buying them because you can't heal in battle. And, you know, most of the time I'd rather just go to a Pokemon Center, but now that opponents are starting to pack a punch. Alright, so the guy below has a Glimmet. We don't want to have to deal with that because Toxic Debris is a super annoying ability that's going to quickly set us up for failure. What we would rather deal with, however, is Anorith. Okay, this isn't nearly as bad. I'm gonna detect just to see what it has because it could have Rock Tomb, could have Razor Shell, Brine. Interesting. How do you deal with High Jump Kick, Anorith? Neutral damage plus stab, perfect. This is more like it. Shield on definitely should be 4 times super effective here. Sturdy. Okay, can live with that. Don't have Metal Sound. Just don't have Metal Sound. Swagger. Oh, if I had like a Lumberry, you would have been cooked. That being said, the attack boost actually is not ideal. Because for those of you who don't know, confusion damage actually is based on that attack. It deals it based on like a physical attack sound. Stat, not sound. Sorry, I was reading Metal Sound. Yeah, based on your physical attack stat. So if I have too high of an attack, which Blaziken does with Swagger, could be trouble if I hit myself in confusion a couple times there. There's a clip somewhere online, if you guys want to search for it, of interesting. Leap. There's a clip somewhere online of a guy who had a Deoxys that had gotten swaggered, and it ended up hitting itself in confusion all the way down to an Oko at like 80% health, because Deoxys is not a naturally defensive Pokemon outside of its defense form, and for that exact reason, this did a lot of damage. Obviously, Blaziken doesn't have the attacks that the Deoxys has, nor is it quite as flimsy, but still something that we would rather not worry about. Cool, super effective. Put them down. Okay, so if I had Rock Smash, I could high key just get Terrakion. Wait a minute. Let me look at my Pokemon list. Yeah, it requires Rock Smash, but it would be level 65. Would it just not obey me then? Do I even have Rock Smash? I don't know why. For some reason, I thought I had Rock Smash. But maybe I also can't use it outside of battle until I get a certain amount of gym badges. Oh, there's Low Sweep. Okay, you know what? I'm going to teach Low Sweep. And I get access to Fire Punch, which is nice. I don't know why I thought I had Rock Smash. Maybe I was reading Rock Tomb. Either way, now the question is, do I want to wait until I can get Terrakion to use my encounter here? And is that Picnicker Dana right there? Might be. Max Ether is nice. I'm going to save state right here. Am I interested in joining the project? Here's the thing. Short answer is yes, right? I would definitely like to be a part of it. Sounds cool. Long answer is I don't know how much time or effort I could commit. As y'all know, I oftentimes get busy at work. And so I don't want to be, somebody who gives like a commitment saying, all right, I'm going to do X, Y, Z or X amount of work. And then it turns out that I'm just unable to do that because I end up getting really busy. Definitely down to, beta test new additions and stuff as well as stream them. to get people to you know, see the game that you guys are building. But I don't want to promise too much beyond that, because I feel like that wouldn't be fair to y'all, you know, if I said, like, I can do all this and then I just can't. Interesting. Carbink. Let's see what Carbink opens with. Shoot! Alright. She's opening with Carbink. I'm opening with Usopp and Razor Shell. I might honestly give Usopp Mystic Water then, instead of Silver Powder, so that Razor Shell does more damage. Let's go Razor Shell here. That's what I'm talking about, Usopp. Still gonna reflect, okay. You know what, that's okay. We'll just waste it out. Wait it out, I guess. Waste turns, wait it out. Shinra does have Detect. Snow Runts. Struggle Bug being a... I could use Snow Runt with Snover for a second. I was like, can't I just use a Bug type move? I, in fact, could not. That's an in Shinra. I don't think it has anything to do with Shinra. I was right. Could have gone Benny and avoided damage, though. I can't wait to get my level cap raised, man. Because I got some decent mons here, but most of them don't get their really good moves until level 40 and up. So I'm going to have to take out Surge in order to do that. I think that'll be my next priority. So let's... Lieutenant Surge. I wonder if I... Expert Belt is the one that boosts fire type moves, right? Fighting type moves. Or does it boost super effective? Expert Belt would be super effective. Then I guess Black Belt is probably what boosts fighting type moves. Yeah. So if I can get... Expert Belt would also help me, to be honest. But Black Belt or Expert Belt. I'm just gonna search up Belt, right? Let's see what I come up with. Saffron City, I have to be Chuck in the dojo to get the Expert Belt. Ah, but I should already have a black belt then, it seems like. So it looks like I got it from the care package after I got through Viridian Forest. Cool. Alright, so we could try Blaziken with a black belt and see if that can get us a head start on taking our Rotom. Because again, our focus is going to be beating Lieutenant Surge, getting that level cap increased. I hope. I actually don't know for a fact if it does increase our level cap. But if it does, that's going to be very nice. Save state here as well. I saw a Pokemaniac, right? A Hiker and a Pokemaniac here. Can't avoid the Hiker. Might be able to avoid the Pokemaniac. Let's lead Shinra. Shinra has... No, actually, let's lead Benny. Let's lead Benny. Give Shinra a break. Shinra's been making up a lot for that high jump kick miss. Shinra's been clutch. High jump kick plus wide lens turns out is a very devastating combo. What's going on? Burning Typic Tube. How's it going? Shoot, I should have led with Shinra. Okay. It's going to use a rock type move, so we'll just go back to Shinra here. Iron defense. Let's see. +2 defense is not great, but high jump kick might still be able to OHKO. With 4 times super effective plus stab plus adamant nature. Sturdy! Forgot about Sturdy. Sorry, we tank Metal Claw overly. Yeah. So Blaze Kick. Send in Usopp. Of course he has Rock Slide. That's on me, because I should have predicted that it would go for a rock type move, given that it was probably the only neutral stab that it had. Whoa. Alright, wait a minute. Usopp is slow. Golisopod is not this slow. We are not getting outsped by Dwebble slow. Are we for real? Alright. I guess I gotta make some adjustments to Usopp here. But first, let's just send in Rapid Escape to clean up. We can also always exit Rock Tunnel and heal whenever we need. Which is probably better than using up all of our healing items, because we don't have many as is. Pharaoh Seed. Alright, Benny. Let's go with you. I can't imagine Pharaoh Seed has anything to threaten Benny Maru. Oh yeah, no, we're good. Probably has Iron Barbs, so we'll take a little bit of damage there. Yeah. Not the end of the world, though. Odds ain't zero, so any man help would be great. Accepted. Cool. Devin's here in stream right now. What's going on, developer? How's it going? Alright, let's see. How many more battles? So I have this guy who I can try to avoid, but can't prove it. I feel like the tracking on the NPCs, too, for following you is a lot better than it is in base game. Okay, do I have an escape rope? Let's find out. No escape rope. Oh wait, I don't need one. Because by default, if a Pokemon can learn Dig, it will temporarily learn it so that I can get out of here. Perfect. Heal up. Still very much underprepared for the Picnicker mini boss in here, but we'll worry about that when we get to her. Talk to this guy, see if he's anybody. Professor Oak Aid. Everstone, that's it. Yeah, in order to deal with that, so she opens up with Rabombi. A steel type or a poison type it won't be able to touch, but it will be able to get Sticky Web up. I don't think I have any mons, or access to any mons that can, what's it called? Learn Rapid Spin or anything like that. But not the end of the world by any means. I beat that guy already. Go through here again. Sorry, I got this pop-up that's just been on my screen. I already fought him. Forgot about this guy. Alright, you know what? I've been avoiding this guy because the game does allow you to, but whatever. Breaks in. Oh man, wow. He is gonna regret that. Oh, it's not Psychic type until it turns into Delphox? Interesting. It did not matter. Cubone certainly opens up with a ground type move. So we send out Usopp to tank and clean up with Razor Shell. False swipe! What, you were gonna false swipe on Cerulege? Cubone. Oh man, your trainer. I don't know what kind of strategy that was. I gotta really like learn the AI's behavior in this game. I feel like that would make it a lot easier too, because oftentimes I find myself trying to predict that which I don't need to. Or I'll like end up over predicting, you know, something that the AI is a lot smarter than it actually is. Like I probably could have avoided all damage, period, if I just did it with Benny. Had false swipe do no damage, you know. I forgot that I technically went this way when I could have also gone past that other hiker and seen what was up there. Battle this guy, right? Yeah. Lift off here. Right, yeah, I think he was always going to follow me. So I could potentially be going the wrong way. I hope I'm not, but... Mighty Anna! That's fine, because he's going to open up with a Dark type move, and we get to get rid of this Intimidate. Send in Shinra. Scary Face. You would rather drop my speed. Maybe he predicted the switch out. Alright, a little smarter than I gave him credit for. Poison Fang is also not fun to deal with, because it has a 50% chance of badly poisoning us. Okay. Let's definitely offer a challenge. Now Detect is also going to be risky to use too. You know what I'm going to do? Switching out because I don't want to waste any time with Shinra and letting that poison run its course. So I'll switch out, also get rid of the Scary Face too, so we'll be at full speed for Shinra. Signal Beam, out of there. Flame Wheel, I could have switched back to Shinra, but we're good for now. We're on damage control with Shinra. Signal Beam again, we survive. Does Signal Beam have a secondary effect? I don't know why, but for some reason I thought that it could potentially confuse. Flareon, okay, interesting. Flash Fire, Flareon. Well, I'm also Flash Fire, so unfortunately, it increasing the power of its Fire-type moves does not scare me whatsoever. Oh, but Porygon getting Flash Fire, that was smart, because now we can't use Benimaru at all. Okay. Added to the group on Discord, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. Alright, I'm gonna return. I'm not even gonna bother going with the whole fake out. Return spiel. Let's just do the damage now. Get it gone. Alright, there we go. Nice. Is this the Picnicker? Could be. Oh, shoot. Alright, before anything. Right, because before I forget, and out of nowhere, Shinra faints, and I'm left there like, oh no. Antidote, please. Let's also go with... Okay, I do have a max ether. Okay, cool. Let's go super potion. Do I have regular potions? I didn't check. I do. A bunch of regular potions. Alright. Full heal. Go here. Save state. Bunch of Picnickers. Why do I feel like this is just going to lead me to the TM and not actually out of the tunnel? I'll be back. I will be back. I'm gonna go back up that ladder. And this time, instead of ducking the hiker, go this way. Oh, okay, no, I was going the right way. And there's that escape rope. Okay. Only reason why I wanted to check this out was because I knew that I could possibly go past this hiker and see what else was there. And I didn't know if that was going to be like the actual exit or what. That being said, though, there are 2 Picnickers, and I do know that there is a boss battle in here against a Picnicker. So I guess we'll see if this is one of them. Can't be her. Maybe her? Nope, can't be her either. TM for free, don't mind if I do. Iron Head, that is a good one to have. Watch, I bet you, right? Because the Picnicker boss battle opens up with a Rabombi, that Iron Head low-key is going to be like kind of clutch. I'm feeling it already. Here is that fight too. She opens up with Rabombi. Let's get it. Fast Focus Sash. Ah, okay. I mean, it was going to outspeed anyways, so there wasn't really much I could do there. I'm going to open up with Flame Wheel. She opens with Sticky Web. And see, from here, I'm going to be in a very bad spot, right? Consume Focus Sash. That's not a problem, because we definitely have the option to just Shadow Sneak. I'll show you exactly why I'm in a very bad spot from here. Next is going to be Bouffalant, and you would think, Malk, you have two very strong fighting types. Well, with Sticky Web, my attack or my speed is dropped on every switch in. That's very, 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 very not ideal. Now this thing has Earthquake and Rock Slide, both of which are going to pack a punch. I believe I'm faster, though. I was wrong. Oh, it's Jolly Natured. Shoot. Nice job surviving Benny Maru. Okay. We're not going to tank another one. But with the burn on here, might be able to safely switch into Rabbit Escape. Definitely can safely switch into Rabbit Escape. Shinra, that's where I'm questioning if we can safely switch. I gotta do something about Rabambi. Even with the burn, it did that much. I'm wondering too, what's Bouffalant's ability? Bull Rush? Let's see what that does. Use power by 20% and speed by 50%. Oh, in the first turn. Okay. Well, it's not the first turn anymore. Head charge. Recoil there. Wow, okay. Bouffalant is a tanky one, isn't it? Goes down. Definitely gonna need to give this fight another try. I'm kind of just reading her team here. 2 for 4 is not bad. Mega Launcher Clawitzer is scary though. Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere, and Ice Beam with a 120 special attack, and I'm slower. Yeah, it's really not good. What hack am I playing? This is called Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash. It's probably gonna go for Aura Sphere. Only thing I can really do here is hope that he goes for Aura Sphere, so that we don't get affected by it, and then I'll just see how much a. All right, well you went for Shadow Pulse. Thanks a lot for that. Let's see how much First Impression does. Does this do good damage, or does it just make him switch into Magmortar expecting that? Nope. First Impression does very good damage. Okay. It's a shame I don't have like a better bug type move after that. I have Struggle Bug. I've done like nothing, to be fair, to actually build out Usopp's moveset. So it doesn't really surprise me that we don't have much. Emergency exit for the free switch. I guess we'll go back to Rabbit Escape. Fight and fake out. Alright, next is going to be Rampardos. This one I want to see. Oh, Magmortar. Okay, shoot. Probably figured that now that I don't have my my counter to it. Yeah, Flamethrower takes us out. I'll go Shinra, see how much a high jump kick does. Honestly, if Shinra can win this for us, right? Because if we take out Magmortar, then Rampardos is not very fast either. Aura Sphere, we can definitely survive. Did more than I thought it would. Okay. Shoot! Alright, well, WinCon was taking out Magmortar. We're going to lose, but that's okay. The fact that we got this far with literally a team of 4 Mons and like no preparation beforehand tells me that with a little bit of extra preparation, we'll be more than alright. First Impression. This doesn't do anything. We get KO'd, but it's okay. Oh, nice. Usopp. And then Accelerock ends the fight in Rampardos' favor. But 4 out of 5. Okay, 4 out of 5 with no preparation. I consider that a win. Cool. So, what do we need first? I'm thinking Rabambi control. We want to get rid of Sticky Web. What's going on? Luck is here. Yeah, we want to get rid of Sticky Web. So we want Defog or Rapid Spin or potentially Magic Bounce. Let's see. Sand Slash can learn Magic Bounce. And we can, in fact, get Sand Slash here. Only thing is, if we do get Sand Slash here, we can't come back and get Terrakion, which might come back to bite us. Also, let me see what level Sand Slash learns Rapid Spin. Level 9. Okay, so we'd be able to get Sand Slash. Now, what I'm thinking, though, if we go with the Lowland Sand Slash... Oh, it doesn't get Rapid Spin, though, does it? Or does it get it as a Sand Shrew? Definitely gets Rapid Spin. Yeah, definitely gets Rapid Spin. Or maybe not. No, it does get Rapid Spin. Learned by breeding. That's interesting. I wonder if that means that I have to go to like the daycare to get it in this game. Not worth the risk. Either way, you know what? It might be easier to take a look at the mons that I have available here, and then from here determine what we can get, because we have access to what? Route 9, Route 10, Rock Tunnel. So if we go Route 9 first, any Pokemon here that can learn Defog, Rapid Spin, or have Magic Bounce. Doesn't seem like it, but Dupiter or Dupiter, or however the thing is said, can get Sticky Web, or at least Araquanid can. So let me see. Jupiter evolves level 22, so we can get Araquanid. And does not get Sticky Web before it evolves, but... Really? We also don't get Sticky Web here either? Did they take away Sticky Web? Can I Sticky Web through breeding? Interesting. Now I wonder if that's... Like, I'm kind of curious, right? Can I just get one? Because if we get Sticky Web on both sides, then that's also fine. Speed being equal is something that I can live with. Because then we're just back to our base stats. Let me see who else is here, though, because that's kind of... Mr. Mon. Rufflet, although I'm pretty sure Rufflet doesn't evolve until like level 50, so I'd be stuck with the first stage Mon. Unless they changed it in this game, but I doubt it. Oh, 36. Okay. And if we evolve it at nighttime, it's a Hisuian Braviary. Which means that, looking at the team here, doesn't really mean much, actually. Just that they're both weak to Rampardos. Alright, I'm not going to really say... I'm not going to go Rufflet. Braviary doesn't really have a use on this team yet. And Indeedee wouldn't be bad. A good Psychic-type Mon. Let me see some other alternatives. Oh. What if... What if... So we could get Hisuian Sneasel. Doesn't evolve into Sneasler until level 47. Never mind, okay. I was going to say, because we could have gone Unburden, but it doesn't get that until it evolves, and it doesn't evolve until past the level cap. Because if we did like Unburden plus White Herb, right, to get rid of the stat drop, then that would actually end up being a speed boost in our favor. Unfortunately, we don't really get that here. Looking at Rock Tunnel Mons. I'm not seeing much, honestly. It's looking like our best bet. Oh, Carkol, wait a minute. Doesn't Colossal get access to Rapid Spin? I wonder if it learns it before evolving. And it comes to Colossal at level 34. Okay. Rapid Spin at level 5. Alright, very viable. Right, between getting Rapid Spin and being a direct counter to Rabambi, it would pretty much force out Chloritzer. I'll consider it. I think we should head to first floor of Rock Tunnel, try to get us a Carcoal. Or Minior. I'm also wondering about Minior. Because Minior is also a good mon if you know how to use it. Minior. We can get Cosmic Power, which is always good to have. Honestly, if we get Cosmic Power on Minior, and then if I can get like a healing move up there, like a Leftovers, because its Shields Down ability, I believe, makes us immune to Stun Spore. Could be wrong. I know it makes us immune to like Thunder Wave and stuff. Pull up the Bulbapedia here. Alright, if Minior's HP is above half at the start of battle or at the end of a turn, change it to its Meteor form. At the end of a turn, if its HP is below half, change it to its core form. While in Meteor form, Minior cannot be affected by non-volatile status conditions or become drowsy due to yawn. Rest will fail when used in Meteor form. If it's switching its core form, while grounded due to Iron Ball gravity or being baton passed to Ingrade, will be poisoned by spikes before Shield starts its Meteor form. Okay, that's good. That's good. That means that we can safely start with Minior. And looking at our team, Sticky Web, just gonna leave with that, we're fine. U-Turn, we resist. Moonblast might do some damage, but if we get like a specially defensive Minior, then our biggest threat is going to be Chloritzer. At that point, we would have already gotten off a Water Pulse, but I would have preferred a Cosmic Power, but I would have preferred a Shell Smash. Shell Smash level 45, shoot. Okay, not a bad plan. I'll think about it. Pharisee doesn't get Rapid Spin, does it? I don't think so. Or maybe I just don't deal with the Rapid Spin, or with the Sticky Web. That's also a possibility. You know what? I think I'm just not going to deal with that. Yeah. Alright. So, plan instead is going to be lead with Benimaru, Flame Wheel, bring Rabambi down to 1 HP, Shadow Sneak to KO. She sends in Bouffalant next, and it's going to either Earthquake or Rock Slide. Now from here, maybe we could go Minior. Right, because it can't Earthquake. Head Charge won't be as strong either. It's pretty much always going to Rock Slide. And we don't get the speed drop. Could do that. Probably will. Or if we go Bronzor, right, we get Bronzong, which will have Levitate. And then the only move that it'll really have that'll be viable would be Throat Chop. We'll see. We'll see. You know what? I am just going to get out of here and see what's around. And we'll build our team around that. How about that? I'm spending too much time thinking about what I could have on my team instead of just building out the team. We made it this far with only 4 Mons. And while I want to be cocky enough and say we don't need 5 or 6, I'm also not going to do that. Alright, let's go to the time changer. I don't think this will change anything, but if we change it to nighttime. Ah, okay, we got a Zorua. I might do that, honestly. Let's get a Zorua, just to see what happens. Fast special attacker on the team. Save right here. Oops. And instead of leading with... I hope it's Unova. Actually, no, I low-key do hope it's Hisuian. But I'm pretty sure this is the Unova sprite. Hisuian only has one weakness, one type weakness. Alright, Unova Zorua, not bad. Master of Illusions. Already got the name for it. Got a couple names I could give it, but I'm pretty sure I know which one I'm gonna do. No! I meant to max Knuckle, boost our attack, not max guard. Alright, whatever. No damage this turn is also not a bad thing, but I would have rather we had the attack boost. Oh, he didn't even attack me. Okay. Zorua's illusion wore off. It was a Zorua. Okay, now we are going to max Knuckle. Get some attack boost in here. Oh, idea. What if, right, we know that Benimaru can tank 1 Earthquake from Bouffalant. So what if we use Benny to tank the Earthquake, right? Will-O-Wisp, so that its attack will be severely damaged, severely reduced. Then we go and catch a Bronzor into Bronzong. Here we go, got Aizen on our team. Oh, Dream Balls. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. What did that say? Activates a Pokemon's hidden ability when caught. That is really good. Wait a minute, we like that. We really like that. That's actually pretty big for us there. Let's get Zorua. You know, I didn't even check to see what level Zorua evolves at. It's very possible that I wasted this and we're stuck with the first stage I'm on. Alright, level 30. Cool. So now we have Zoroark. And then looking at Route 10 encounters. Fishing and surfing on Route 10. We get Wooper. Oh, we already used Quagsire, didn't we? Yeah. Barbroach into Whiscash is not bad. In fact, looking at our team here, right, if we get Whiscash, that gives us means to handle both Rampardos and Magmortar, with Clartzer being the only real threat to it there. Let me just take a look at Whiscash's stats. Whiscash, a lot of HP, kind of lackluster everything else though. That being said, attack of 78. But if we catch Barbroach, right, with its hidden ability, then when it evolves, then we can also get Whiscash. I can't talk today, with its hidden ability, Cast Splash, doubles water, takes half from fire. So now it's like really a tank for Magmortar. And then in terms of attacking moves, we got Earthquake at level 34. That's actually pretty good. Rest and Snore. We get Sleep Talk though, just rest. Do get access to Zen Headbutt. I'm thinking Whiscash might be the move. Alright, we go Earthquake, Zen Headbutt, rest with the Chesto Berry maybe. And then via TM and HM. I don't know, I have Bulldoze, we can teach it Bulldoze. If I had the TM for Liquidation, I would have taught it that. If we can get Flip Turn, that would also be good. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't get Flip Turn. Flip Turn would have been nice to have. That's fine, though. Honestly, Special Attack of 76. Could go Mixed Attack or 2 here. Give it Amnesia, 2. Sharply raised Special Defense. I'm definitely going Whiscash. Let's see what we need for Barbroach. We just need a good rod, and it is going to be the most likely encounter. Alright. Save state. Yeah, I'll save state, whatever. We'll keep Zorua. Aizen. Come on, Barbroach. Perfect. So what we want, right, because Whiscash does get access to Oblivious, but I actually don't think that we want it for this. No, it doesn't get Oblivious in Radical Red. Interesting. Alright, let's go to Bag. Use a Dream Ball. Nice. Give a nickname, yes. Whiscash is based off of what, a catfish? I don't even know. It's like that one curse that Ghetto had. Hold on, let me look it up. That Kenjaku was using. Did it ever have a name? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Alright, I guess this catfish's name will be Geto, in honor of Suguru Geto. For all my JJK fans out there, yesterday was Yuji's birthday. Happy birthday to the greatest MC of the new gen. I said what I said. My goat, Yuji Itadori. I feel like Yuji's hard to not like, you know? Like, if you don't like Yuji, obviously everybody has their own opinions, but I feel like you gotta, like, actively look for things to dislike. Right, like, he's a good dude, but he's not, like, so much of a good dude that it's almost unrealistic, you know, which is what Tanjiro from Demon Slayer gets a lot of criticism for. Like, he's not, like, written almost as, like, too pure of heart to the point where it kind of makes you roll your eyes a little bit. Gonna learn Thrash. I'll let it learn Thrash for now. Actually, no. We already came with a decent moveset. Yeah, Geto did not learn Thrash. Let's get it to the level cap here. Earthquake to replace Magnitude. Yuji into Mouthy. Is that because he has Sukuna pulling extra mouths on him all the time? Oh, I can't level up anymore. Let's see. So Geto's nature, I think we wanted specially defensive, right? Got the opposite of that. It's okay. There is a Pokemon Center right there. Yeah, because once we take out Bouffalant, only remaining physical attacker is Rampardos. But we already have stab against that. So let's go nature change. So plus special defense. Probably minus speed, right? We don't need anything else. Alright. And then let's also level up Aizen. Oh, what if we did... I don't know. I didn't really have a plan for Aizen. I just, I think Zoro is a pretty cool Pokemon as a Zoroark. So I kind of just went and caught it. I don't really have anything for Aizen to do, though. I would hate to just have Zoroark, such a cool Pokemon as a sack here. But I don't know. I really don't see much else I could do. Leading me for Night Slash. Zoro was a special attacker, right? Or is it mixed? Oh yeah, special attack. 105 physical attack isn't bad either, but definitely a special attacker. I could learn Night Slash. Let me see what else we could access to though. This is our strongest Dark Stab for the time being. Looks like it might be. Yeah, this is our strongest Dark Stab for the time being. Because we don't get Dark Pulse unless through TM. Alright, guess we're doing physical. Physical Zoroark. Name Zoroark Sukuna. We already got a nickname for Zoroark. It's Aizen, Master of Illusions. Shout out Bleach. Could go Fake Tears. Do we do Setup Zoroark? Maybe that's the play. Fake Tears and Scary Face Zoroark. Maybe that is our offset for Rabambi and Sticky Web. Let's finish leveling it up. Alright. And then let's have a look. Zoroark stats. Yeah, I really don't have a plan for this thing at all. Plus speed minus special attack, that's fine. That's what, Jolly Nature, I believe? Okay, back into Rock Tunnel we go. I think we're still gonna lead Benny. Oh, one thing I do want to do is give Geto an item. I don't have leftovers, right? Sort by name here. Yeah, no leftovers. Probably gonna end up giving like a citrus berry. Citrus berry. Yeah, and I genuinely have nothing for Eisen at all. Probably another citrus then, right? I have like white herb maybe? Oh, pressing up on the top of it doesn't take me to the bottom. That's annoying. Nope, no white herb. Alright, interesting. I guess we're going berry pouch, citrus berry, again on Zoroark. Yeah, I would hate for Zoroark to end up being just a Sackmon, but like I said, there's really not much of a use here. Maybe it'll be like a backup mon, you know, sort of like how Nabara and Juvie mostly sat in the boxes until they were needed. So maybe if I find something better, with those Zoroark in the box for the time being. I didn't need to avoid him like that. I'd already battled him. Head back this way. Oh wait, yeah, I've already been here. All these guys are unavoidable battle. These can be avoided. And she cannot. Alright. Save state right here. Same strategy as before. Open with Benny to take out Rabambi. Why is Zorana? Why do you want Zora to be or Zoroark to be Sukuna? Zoroark is not a very evil Pokemon. There we go. All right, so. With that, honestly, if Benimaru's only like real role on this team is to get rid of Rabambi and then set up Will-O-Wisp, might even be better to go with a more defensive nature here. Let's see. So we know we can survive one of these, literally only one. Will-O-Wisp, good. All right, now. Earthquake again. I say we maybe go Usopp, right? Rock Slide would hurt, but not as much as super effective would. Throat Chop, we can live. Yeah, it does nothing. Fight, first impression. There's no Rock Slide here. Head Charge, interesting. Curious to see who he has to deal with this, but we're gonna Sucker Punch. Before that goes down. Clawitzer, okay. So our direct counter to this, I don't even know if I had one, to be honest. It's gonna maybe Water Pulse. What does Clawitzer have? It has Water Pulse, Ice Beam, Aura Sphere, and Dark Pulse, question mark? Yeah, Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, and Aura Sphere. Might Dark Pulse. I don't think he would Water Pulse. I'm gonna send in Rabbit Escape just to see. Neither is Sukuna. Are we talking about the same Sukuna? Ryomen Sukuna is not evil? Like the one that his whole thing, he eats people? He likes to kill and eat people? Who am I feeling like? I don't think I can survive a... actually, speed stat is 74 at this level. If I'm level 36, speed stat is 74. Would be... Versus speed stat of 100. Ah, no, we're slower. Shoot. We're slower. Not by a lot, but we are in fact slower still. Shoot, that's sticky web, man. It's definitely gonna Aura Sphere. Oh, what if we do Usopp, right? Tank the Aura Sphere. Let emergency exit get us the free switch into Ghetto. Right, there we go, free switch. From here. Or do we go Aizen? Let me see. Aizen would just take on the appearance of Ghetto. He does have Water Pulse. I don't know. Kind of want to save Ghetto though, because that's our counter to Rampardos and Magmortar. So I'm gonna go Aizen. I'm gonna go Aizen to see what Aizen can do. I don't think it's gonna Aura Sphere, just because I don't think that's the smartest move we could use here. I could Scary Face. If I use Scary Face, and once again I would be the faster Mon. Let's see. I think, right? I think. So its speed is 74. Mine is 100 times 2/3, so that's about 67. Yeah. Having his speed would mean that I can move faster and do damage here. You know what? Alright. We have to just hope he doesn't Aura Sphere here. And then we go for maybe a Night Slash. Get some damage here. But we'll Scary Face first. Why would you Aura Sphere? Why? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. That makes no sense. Why would you Aura Sphere against a... Oh, okay. You're spamming Aura Sphere. That's why you Aura Sphere. That's why you Aura Sphere, because you just spam Aura Sphere. Why would you... Ugh. That's annoying. Like, you have a Whiskash in front of you and a stab move which goes neutral. Why would you choose the non-stab that goes neutral? Right? Like, no. Okay. Mind you, that's annoying. That's really, really annoying. And because Ghetto doesn't have any IVs in special defense, or sorry, in attack, we're really not doing much damage here. We're going to tank another Water Pulse. Citrus Berry means that we're going to survive this. Of course. Alright. Water Pulse. We live by a lot because resistance. First Impression takes it out. Didn't live by quite as much as I had hoped. That's okay. First Impression. Yeah, I would have just sent in Ghetto. In fact, I might even do this fight again and just send in Ghetto right off rip. Right? Because I totally wasted Sack right there on Aizen. Okay. It's going to Accelerock or Head Smash. I don't like the idea of either. And I really don't like that we don't have a fully healthy... You know what? I'm going to do this fight again. Yeah, I really don't like that we don't have a fully healthy Ghetto anymore. Because a fully healthy Ghetto, I think, might have been able to do a little bit more here. Let me see. Is Ghetto... I know we made it more of a mixed attacker, but... Slight edge on the physical attack. So I guess we will go... Earthquake here. Alright. Okay, so you know what? Let's just go here and reevaluate a bit. So we have the right opener. Benny into Rabambi. It's how he was raised that made him evil, so technically not evil. That's not how that works. At all. For starters, Sukuna wasn't raised by anybody. He was unwanted since birth. Rejected by everybody. Now, I'm not saying that's the easiest way to grow up, but I don't think that necessarily serves as an excuse for cannibalism and mass murder, right? Understanding does not equal justification. We have to remember that. Just because we understand why somebody is the way that they are doesn't mean that it's okay for them to be so. He was rejected, so he was retaliated. Okay, my question for you then, Seth Wright. If a man walks into your house and smacks your mom across the face, right? And now she's in a lot of pain, and she's upset and she's crying because she just got smacked across the face. And he looks at you and he says, no, 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 no. I had a hard childhood. Are you letting him go? That's my question to you, right? If he says, you don't understand, man, I didn't have any friends growing up. Even though you just witnessed that dude smack your mother across the face, and your mother is now there on the ground crying. That man made your mother cry because he put his hands on her. But he tells you that he had a hard childhood and didn't have any friends and everybody rejected him. Is what he did okay? Is that man still a good man? Alright, it's gonna earthquake again. So we go Usopp. I wonder if Usopp can tank a rock slide. Throat chop, interesting. We might be able to tank a rock slide because of burn. There we go. Ah, head charge. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. In fact, this might be a better scenario than I'm trying to tank that rock slide, right? Because then it goes here. Who does he have? Clawitzer, I think I can tank just about everything that Clawitzer has. I'm gonna Sucker Punch anyways for free damage, and then we'll use the, come on, just tank a Dark Pulse. Beautiful. Emergency exit, free switch. The only thing is that... Ooh, what if I Rapid Escape? No, because we always do have the threat of... Aura Sphere. So Geto caught in Sticky Web, that's okay. But didn't I want full health Geto for Rampardos and Magmortar? Wasn't that a big part of my plan there? I mean, we do have other solutions to Rampardos and Magmortar, but Geto did seem like a more viable one. That being said, if we take out Clawitzer here, nice. Then maybe Geto is our sack. Sends out Magmortar. I'm gonna either Aura Sphere or Dark Pulse because why would it? Can't Thunderbolt. And Flamethrower doesn't make much sense. Honestly, I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna see if I can survive one of these and then it is Mega Launcher. Never mind, I'm cooked. Yeah, GG's with the crit. Sure. Flamethrower, Aura Sphere, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse. Flamethrower, Aura Sphere. I guess we'll go Aizen. He's gonna Aura Sphere though, right? Cause and because Geto's KO'd. Yeah, that was a bad move. I honestly don't have anything to do with Aizen. I don't know why Aizen's on the team. This was a bad play all around. Like if I had like a priority move, if I had Sucker Punch maybe for some free damage, but I don't. Like I just don't have any use for Aizen on this team. Okay. So after this, then that just means that I'm gonna have to go catch another Mon to replace Aizen. Let's do Detect to see how he responds to Shinra. Aura Sphere again. Interesting. Could Thunder Punch and try to go for the... No, I'll go with High Jump Kick. We don't have any time to be gambling with Paralysis. Yeah, especially when we can only take one Aura Sphere before getting KO'd. Ah, that's annoying, because now I know that if we had another Mon that could tank something. Maybe Usopp into Sucker Punch. Just don't Thunderbolt here. Mega Launcher might KO anyways, though, because our health is so low. Oh, Usopp! Nice tank, buddy! Alright, so 4 out of 5. Once again stuck at Rampardos. He's going to Accelerock because he has the speed advantage here. Yeah. Shinra, how fast are you? Because Rampardos' speed is only 62. 70, never mind. Yeah, 73 with a speed drop, can't do anything with that. Rabbit Escape is still the fastest mon on the field, but because we did sacrifice attack for speed, it won't be able to take out this Rampardos. Rampardos is gonna power up punch us to death pretty much is what's gonna happen. What I do have hope of doing is Thunder Punch. That way it can't outspeed if we get the paralysis. And I can hope that that we can then get a high jump kick off with Blaziken. If we can, and our only sacks end up being... we sacked Usopp, though. I like Usopp. We'll see. We'll see. Actually, you know what? Thunder Punch? Right? Never mind. I felt like it did even less damage. Okay. And now we're KO'd. Yeah, that's GG's, because it's faster than us now with Accelerock. Alright. Not the end of the world. We just gotta replace Aizen with somebody, because Aizen has done literally nothing both times. So let's go... Yeah, Sukuna, very evil. Very, very evil. I blame Thanos from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, though. I don't blame you for thinking that he wasn't evil. I blame Thanos from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The reason why, right, is because for whatever reason, right, when Infinity War came out way back in I think it was 2018, when Marvel released Infinity War, they made Thanos seem like such a... They didn't even make him seem that sympathetic. They just made the movie center more around Thanos, right? Their intention was for Thanos to be the protagonist, so you kind of follow Thanos' story and his ideals and stuff like that. And because of that, so many people seem to forget that there is a difference between understanding and justification when it comes to characters' morality, right? And so since then, it seems like anytime there's a character that at least either A, feels like their wrongdoings are right, or B, you know, had a difficult background resulting in them rejecting morality, a lot of people seem to get that confused with justification for their acts when oftentimes it's not. I think we can say that Sukuna is a sympathetic character. That I will say. Definitely evil, but he's certainly sympathetic. And I think it's pretty clear that Gege wants us to see that. I mean, literally the first thing that that Gojo says after their fight is that he feels bad for the guy, right? Not the first thing, but one of the first things is that he feels bad for Sukuna because he feels the loneliness like radiating from him, right? He knows that because Sukuna is so strong, you know, nobody is ever going to be able to relate to him. Alright, so we're looking at Pokemon. Mainly, we need somebody to replace... Aizen. So we can't go Route 10. We can go Route 9, though. We can go Route 9 and we can go Rock Tunnel. I'm going to try to avoid going Rock Tunnel. Oh, I should have gone Hisuian Voltorb. That would have been the smarter move. That would have been easy GG's on... Why did I go... Yeah, Hisuian Voltorb. Wait a minute. I was not thinking at all. Easy KO on Rampardos. Easy KO on Clawitzer. Because we can get an Electrode with a Leaf Stone, which we have. Speed set of 150. Yeah, there's just no chance that thing is going to get outsped. I get access to Mega Drain and Discharge. Alright. Maybe a new plan. don't think I have a save state for that, though. I might have just screwed myself over, and I might just have to live with it. I can do that, though. Could go Tropius. Tropius being part flying type means that it won't be affected by Sticky Web. It will, however, be extra weak to Ice Beam, and it'll be weak to any rock type moves that Rampardos has. Let me see where this save state leaves us off at. Save state 9 here. Looking at our team. Still only at 4. Okay. Let's go with this save state. Right, head back here. Dig. Head back to Route 10. It's going on Pure Vessel. How's it going? How's it going? Wagwan. Okay, so now, Hisuian Voltorb we can get when it's nighttime, and it's one of the most common mons here. I am going to time change to nighttime. And then save state. I'm going to save over this one. It was a decent try, but there was just no reason to use Zoroark at all. Whiscash wasn't a bad strategy, but again, we didn't get much use. Alright. Turn off Infinite Repel here. Swing Voltorb. Let's go. Let me see if there's any hidden... Oh, well, we don't have the Dream Ball to guarantee hidden abilities. That's okay. We don't need it. We don't need it. Electrode's hidden ability is Reckless, which is recoil moves get boosted. That won't really come in handy until we get Chloroblast, which we don't get until way later. Probably going to go Static, will be my guess then. Would be our best option here. Yeah. That way anybody that does decide to make contact has a chance at paralysis. You never played Radical Red? You should. It's hard, though. It is very hard. Most of the reason why I'm playing it is because I want to just prove to myself that I can beat it on Nuzlocke Hardcore difficulty. I think it's definitely beatable if I were doing normal difficulty, no Nuzlocke. But Nuzlocke Hardcore, yeah, we got to turn up for this. Voltorb's nickname. No, I don't think for Voltorb. Electric Grass type, spherical shaped. But yeah, I would recommend it. It's fun. Personally, I cannot stand the Kanto region. I hate the Kanto region. I can't stand it. But Fire Red and Leaf Green are not bad games. I would definitely recommend playing those first before Radical Red. But it is the same game. I mean, same region, same character, same story. Radical Red just has a larger Pokedex and smarter AI plus level caps to make it difficult. Voltorb nickname. I don't know. Can I rate your Emerald final team? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's been a while since I played Emerald, but I think I have enough Pokemon knowledge to hopefully assess how viable a team is. Is this like a team to take on the Elite Four and Champion, you mean? Or are you doing like Gen 3 competitive play? Voltorb's nickname. What is a nickname for Voltorb? Alright, let's see. Electric users. Oh, I got it. One of my favorite electric users in anime. If you're a Fairy Tail fan, you know exactly who this is. The GOAT Loxus, man. Foe turned friend. In the Fairy Tail Guild. He's a real cool dude. Really, really cool dude. Could not stand him when he first got introduced, but I grew to like him a lot. I like good character development in a series, and I think Loxus definitely... It's very cookie cutter, right? The whole Fairy Tail series is very cookie cutter. It's pretty much just anime trope after anime trope after anime trope, but they're all pretty solid. Alright, I'm gonna forget self-destruct because I'm not even gonna bother accidentally clicking that. Spell bad news for myself there. Magnarize don't need. Alright, here we go. And then I'm gonna forget Electro Ball in favor of Discharge because I want the paralysis chance. Plus, I don't know if Electro Ball takes base speed into effect or like overall speed. Honestly, I could have just checked that. Let me see. Because honestly, if it takes base speed into account, Electro Ball might be the more powerful move. Let's see what Bulbapedia says. Alright, final Elite Four team. Blaziken, Gardevoir, Swellow, Manectric, Ludicolo, Flygon. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to remember the Elite Four for Emerald. Sydney, right, is a dark type. Blaziken handles that very well. I'm just gonna look it up. Why am I trying to act like I remember something that I just straight up don't remember? Emerald Elite Four. Yeah, like I said, I haven't played. So Sydney, Phoebe, the ghost type. Okay. I would say that you might have some trouble. That's the first thing that I'm thinking of off rip. Would be you might have trouble with Phoebe. I would have to see movesets as well as held items too. But just based off the Pokemon, Blaziken will make very quick work of Sydney. You're going to have no trouble at all with the first one. Only thing you might have trouble with might be Crawdaunt. But you're so much faster that as long as you have a good fighting type move, you're going to get that out of there very easily. Now for Phoebe, Gardevoir can learn Shadow Ball. However, Dusclops is pretty bulky and she has 2 of them. I don't know if non-stab from Gardevoir would be enough. For this, you could grab a Mightyena, because Mightyena should make quick work of almost everything but Sableye. Good thing is that at this point in the story, in Pokemon, there aren't a lot of Ghost-type Pokemon, so she only has 3 different Pokemon, Dusclops, Banette, and Sableye. Sableye has no weaknesses, so we're not going to worry about coverage there in Gen 3. Ludicolo is one that you're going to want to keep around, though. Ludicolo is a very versatile Mon. It's going to be able to handle a good amount of Wallace's team, as well as having access to Ice Beam, which is going to be a good counter to Dragons without having to actually use a Dragon type. Because as we know, before the introduction of the Fairy type, the only type that was super effective against Dragon was Dragon. So if you wanted Stab, you would also have to risk getting hit with Stab. So you do have a good counter in Ice Beam Ludicolo there. Let me see what else. So keep Blaziken for sure. What's going on? Azrael plays. Yeah, let's say keep Blaziken for sure. Gardevoir on it, and I love Gardevoir. Gardevoir is a great Pokemon. I just don't know how viable it would be for the Elite Four. To be fair, it's been like, what, 12, 13 years now since the Fairy type was released. Which reminds me, by the way, I was just thinking today, I'm kind of curious, are any of you guys younger than the Fairy type? Like, it just occurred to me. I was talking about Pokemon with somebody today, and we were talking about how, Fairy type didn't exist before Gen 6, which was like 2013. And, I know that some of y'all are younger audience members. So if you're like, what, 13, 14 years old, you were born in 2013, right? 2012, 2013. I wonder, are any of y'all younger than the Fairy type? To get more specific with it, and you don't have to tell me your actual birthday. Personal information, never reveal that to a stranger on the internet. But I sub, you seem chill. Appreciate it. I try to be. Alright, well, X and Y were released in October 2013. So yeah, if any of y'all were born after October 2013, that's crazy. You never experienced the world without the Fairy type in a Pokemon game. Or without the Fairy type existing, I guess you do have Fairy type or games without Fairy type. Alright, so Blaziken keep. Gardevoir we're going to put on hold. I was a kid. Oh, I was a kid too, yeah. When Fairy type was released, I was in 7th grade, 8th grade, I want to say. I'm not that old. Wait a minute, I'm not that old. But yeah, I was like 13, 14 when Fairy type came out. Was it October 2013? So yeah, I was 14. You were born in 08. Oh, so you were young. You were real young. Gardevoir single-handedly carried the Fire-type gym. Flannery? I mean, Gardevoir is a very solid special attacker. My biggest concern is that with Gardevoir being a pure Psychic type in this generation, it's very susceptible to a lot of what Phoebe has. Now, you could do Phoebe without using Gardevoir, but the second that Gardevoir gets out there, unless you have, like, choice specs, modest nature, perfect, you know, full EV investment into Gardevoir, and you're just very over-leveled, that's another thing too, right? There is no level cap in Emerald, so if you really wanted to, you could just over-level every Mon. Like, you know, the highest Mon on Phoebe's team is level 51. A level 70 Gardevoir with choice specs and max EVs in special attack should be able to sweep a Shadow Ball. But assuming that it's not, you know, perfect, not perfect, but full EVs in special attack, and assuming it doesn't have special attack and beneficial nature. I got Discord? Yeah. I have a Discord server. Hold up, I got you. Let me know if that works. I haven't toyed with the commands in a while. There we go. Yeah, let me know if that link works. Sometimes it does. Sometimes the link to the server changes and I forget to update that command. But that is the Discord server. Yeah, Pure Vessel, what level are your Pokemon to? Because I'm also going off the assumption that your team is the same level or around the same level as the Elite Fours. So yeah, if we're looking at the Elite Four, you kind of make me want to play Emerald now. Now that I'm looking at the Elite Four and thinking, all right, what team would I use here? So we say Blaziken keep, Ludicolo keep. Who else did you have? Manectric. This might be a hot take, but I don't think you need Manectric. It's not a terrible Mon, but Ludicolo pretty much does what you need Manectric to do for just about everything else, right? Handles the ice and water types that Glacia has, so Celio, both Celios and Walrein. And then when it comes to Wallace's team, handles Wailord, handles Whiscash, handles Milotic. Now, what you could use Manectric for, if you do want to keep him, is you get Stab on Gyarados, 4 times super effective, right? Anything Manectric dishes out, KO's Gyarados. Just don't let it get a Dragon Dance Earthquake off. As well as Tentacruel. Ludicolo is susceptible to poison-type attacks from Tentacruel, and Tentacruel does carry Sludge Bomb. But my personal opinion, and again, it's my opinion, doesn't mean I'm necessarily right, is that you could probably replace Ludicolo with somebody else. I would consider replacing Ludicolo with maybe a Mightyena. Reason being because Mightyena is going to be strong against 4 out of 5 Mons on Phoebe's team, and it has Intimidate, meaning that every time you send it out, it's going to lower the attack of all of her Pokemon, which all have physical attacking stat moves. So Dusclops with Shadow Punch. Actually, never mind. Only one Dusclops has Shadow Punch. I would still say Mightyena, just forget what I said about Intimidate. So yeah, I would say probably replace Manectric with Mightyena. And that way, if you replace Manectric with Mightyena, you can also keep Gardevoir too, right? Because Gardevoir does have some use. Just not against Phoebe. But as a strong special attacker, right? Could keep Gardevoir to deal with Tentacruel as well. And then you said Flygon. Flygon, obviously a great Mon. Fantastic Pokemon all around. If you get a Flygon, right? Teach it Dragon Dance. And then just don't let it get KO'd by Shelgon. You could use Flygon to breeze through Drake very easily. Very, very easily. Alright, Loxus. We got Defense Beneficial Nature. It's expired. Alright, hold up. Let me make a new link here. Yeah, I'm like really, really bad at keeping this up to date. All right, let's see. This should work, and then go back to my Nightbot commands too. update this link. Cool. So yeah, final evaluation. Solid team. Swallow is another interesting one. I don't really have any complaints about Swallow. Other than keep it away from Glacia, obviously, but you know that already. So yeah, Flygon, run Dragon Dance, and then either Outrage or Dragon Claw. Blaziken, run a strong fighting type move, either Sky Uppercut or Close Combat. Is Close Combat a thing in Gen 3? I don't know. Or was it introduced in Gen 4? We'll see. Turning back on Infinite Repel. Oh, I forgot to change the nature. That's what I meant to do. Because with speed beneficial nature on a Pokemon with base 150 speed, I think Sticky Web or not, we're going to outspeed a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, Loxus is going to be one of the fastest Mons we have had on this team. Speed of 136 is egregious. That's crazy, man. Special attack only 84, which I'm not super thrilled about, but again, honestly, it might just be a matter of giving it, right? Like a magnet or something. We don't have a Miracle Seed, but give it a magnet. So that Discharge really packs a punch. Cool. So that's our team. Alright, allergy season is whooping me. Here. It was this way, right? Yeah. And then we only have 5 Mons instead of a full team of 6. And I do still have... what encounters do I still have? I have Rock Tunnel, which I don't want to use. And then I have... Oh, this was... Okay. So this save was before I got all the way through Rock Tunnel. Right. Forgot about that. That's kind of annoying. But... it'll be worth it because I think that we're going to get a lot more use out of Electrode than we did the other months. Let's do Shinra for the task. What's going on? No. 1 no. Heading to bed, sending good vibes. Appreciate it. Good vibes to you as well. Blaze kick. Alright. Now we just blaze kick. We gotta burn even better, but we don't need it. I don't know why it would slash. For the crit. Alright, we'll save right about here. Go this way. If I recall correctly, it ended up being way better for us to go to the top guy and then lead with Shinra. Where is... here we go. Alright, fight this guy and then he'll be the last one before the boss battle, I believe. Pour myself some more water here too. Stay hydrated, y'all. Right, yes, guys, the Anorith. Forgot about that. we'll go to the Pokemon Center before we take on the boss fight too. This way, and I think this takes us right to that boss fight. No. Yes? No? Now, Terrakion's here, right? Is this her? Maybe it is. Well, just in case it is, I'm going to save here, and then I think it is. Just in case, though, yeah, I'm going to save. We're going to head out to the Pokemon Center. Let's see if, get this done now with our team. Because what I'm thinking is that Electrode, right? We send an Electrode. Even with the speed drop. Was it 136? So a speed of 91. And that makes it, I believe, the fastest mon on the field. Right? Only mons faster being Rabambi, who will have been KO'd by then, and Bouffalant, who's only fast for their first turn due to Bull Rush at 100, but it will have been KO'd by then. Every other mon. No, Magmortar still outspeeds. But that's okay. If we can force out Magmortar, even hit it potentially with a Discharge to paralyze it, so that we're definitely the fastest mon in the field, phenomenal. That is the best case scenario. That is a definitely best case scenario, which I think we can induce. It's a little bit of gambling, right? But I wouldn't have been a Pokemon fan for as long as I have been if I didn't enjoy a little bit of RNG betting. Not even betting, literally just gambling, right? Like, I'm not even, like, winning anything. I'm just taking the odds. Alright, here we go. Save right here. Actually, switch into Benimaru to lead. Now we save right here. Alright, Benny, you're up first. You know what to do. Never mind, this isn't the fight. Oops. Sorry, team, false alarm. In fact, Benny isn't even the mon that we wanted to lead with. Double false alarm. Oh, I just saved over it. Oops. Oh, well. Alright. Never mind, Benny. I know you said that you weren't first up, but I guess warm-up round. Yo, Benny is actually the GOAT, bro. Living up to the name, Benimaru Shinmon, the destroyer god of Asakusa, the strongest fire soldier, not counting. Actually, I'm not even gonna spoil for y'all. Not gonna spoil for y'all. There's like one character you could argue is stronger, but even then, that's like okay, you know. But not gonna spoil. If you haven't seen Fire Force, I would recommend it. Watch Soul Eater first, then watch Fire Force. You'll appreciate all the Easter eggs and stuff in there. Maybe I should have switched to Blaziken just because Thick Bat is going to reduce the damage from Fire-type moves. Never mind, we're good. Overly good. Like overly good. Alright, won that fight. Save again. Oh, wow, I have to do all these? I forgot about those guys too. Okay. Alright, let me see who's in here, just out of curiosity. Tinkaton. I could maybe find some use for Tinkaton, but not yet. Let's switch to Loxus, to be honest. I feel like all these guys... No, this is the hiker with the, who opens with Lairon. Yeah, no, definitely going with think. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this is how I got the open Flareon. Yeah. Going with Shinra. Fight. Light work, slight work, sturdy. Dwebble. Oh yeah, I remember this guy because then I sent out Galissapod. Dwebble was low-key tougher than I thought it would be against Galissapod. Alright, so he's just a sturdy merchant. Cool. Got it. Got it. Hold this Thunder Punch. Because I'm going to be afraid of some sturdy merchant. And then, yeah, Iron Barbs, but Blaze Kick makes quick work anyways. Forgot what this next guy had, but I don't think I need to be too worried. Save state. Let's see who we have here. Let's lead with... There's a Pokemaniac, so they have a lot of steel types, I think. I'll keep in Shinra. I don't think we need to switch. Mightyena. Alright, so Shimmer was the right move. Oh, I remember this guy. This is the guy with the Porygon and everything too, yeah. That's right. Whole team is high jump kick victims, unfortunately, but cool team. Good variety. Save state after him, too. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure that after these girls, who are both optional battles, is the boss. Yep, here we go. We made it. Pick up our team for Ironhead while we're here. I'm going to save one more time right here, even though we are getting ready to exit this area. Alright, team. So, Benny, you are up first. Benny's job is going to be a couple things here. Mainly taking out Bombi and then burning Bouffalant so that Bouffalant can't really do that much damage to us. Oh, I didn't really plan on how I was going to take out Bouffalant, did I? I think it was, I think Usopp was our Bouffalant counter. Because Bouffalant was going to go for, like, Earthquake for whatever reason, instead of using the Rock Slide that it had. Which is fine, you know, by all means, avoid the type chart when facing Dewey. That's, right. So, go here, fought him. Alright. These Picnickers, man. Our last 3 boss battles, we have Picnicker Alicia, who took 2 of our team members. And then Picnicker Caitlyn in this stream opens up with V-Create, Dragon Ascent, Close Combat Smeargle. And then Picnicker Dana. who has pretty much like a full competitive team at this point. It's not a very good competitive team. You wouldn't get super far. But she's using some strats that do make it a little more difficult than we would like. Go. Focus Sash consumed. Shadow Sneak. Alright, here we go. Bouffalant. Will-O-Wisp. We survived one of these. Literally just one, like barely. Solely because it's not stab, and it's not a attack beneficial nature on Bouffalant. It's speed. Now, we send in Usopp. Hopefully he just Earthquakes again, but we can also survive if he does just about anything else here. Yeah, Earthquake, so we resist, not stab, not attack beneficial, and the burn means that does nothing. Perfect. In fact, we took almost as much from the burn as we did from the Earthquake. We first impression here. This does more damage than anything he can dish out to us. Head charge, recoil, plus burn damage is going to put him in Sucker Punch range. Just Sucker Punch here. Boom, Bouffalant's down. Now, Clawitzer. What I do need is I need one Mon that I can sack as a free switch in here. Actually, no I don't. No I don't. You know why? Because we outspeed everything. Or no, we don't outspeed everything. We survive everything. Like Water Pulse doesn't KO. Aura Sphere and Ice Beam don't KO. We resist all of them. Dark Pulse, I don't think Clawitzer has the damage output for it, right? No stab. And it's, for some reason, timid nature instead of anything that benefits special attack. So, going Struggle Bug. The way that emergency exit works in this game is that rather than triggering the second Golisopod or its pre-Evo Wimpod drop below half health, it switches out. It actually lets the turn finish. So, Struggle Bug, right, being a move that lowers the opponent's special attack, I think. Let me double check and not just try to go off memory here. But I believe that's what it does. Yes, lowers the target's special attack stat. We will still be able to use it as long as we don't faint this turn. So it'll lower Clawitzer's special attack. And we get a free switch in due to emergency exit, triggering afterwards. I knew there was a reason why I kept Struggle Bug on here. So it uses Dark Pulse. We should be able to live this. There we go. Flinch. That's annoying. But we do have emergency exit to come in clutch. Now we send out Loxus. Loxus is the fastest Mon on the field officially. Not true. Magmortar's a little bit faster, who you might switch out to just to be safe. We are going to go Discharge here. It survived. Okay, interesting. If I can survive this, that would be great. Nice. I'm gonna Mega Drain for the health. Alright. Good to know that Clawitzer actually does not get one shot by Magnet. Alright, so now Magmortar, he's gonna Flamethrower, guaranteed. I don't have a switch into Magmortar, really. But I do have Shinra, who tanks half of Magmortar's moveset. Thunderbolt's a little annoying. Getting cocky. Okay. I'm gonna detect to see what his plan is here. Aura Sphere. I think we can live that. Hey, jump kick question mark. Aura Sphere. Nice. Not an Oko, but what I'm hoping is I'm gonna protect one more time. Or detect. What does he use to go for the KO? Flamethrower! Ah! What did I say? Right? Because Magmortar gets cocky. Could have gone for another Aura Sphere to be safe. Went for Flamethrower thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this guy out anyways. So what we do is we shift to Benimaru. That was the wrong move. No, it wasn't. Maybe it was. It was gambling is what it was. Aura Sphere, okay. Gamble paid off. I was hoping that he would either go Flamethrower or Aura Sphere. Neither, which affect Benny. Now Shadow Claw comes in and takes out Magmortar. Okay. Rampardos is at a speed stat of 62. Only outsped by Loxus and Rabbit Escape due to Sticky Web. I'm thinking we send out Loxus, right, just as a sack at this point, because Loxus served to take out Clawitzer. Help us take out Clawitzer. I can live with that. Can I? I guess I can. Power-up punch is what I'm really afraid of, though. Yeah, I think I need a 6 team member just because the time Rampardos, like, we can fake out, right? But even with Punching Glove, I don't think that's going to do anything. This is Rabbit Escape's first time. Ooh, what if we replace Rabbit Escape, right? We replace Thunder Punch with, like, Low Sweep? We're not surviving another power-up punches or anything. Alright, so we've won the fight effectively because... No, we haven't. We lost. We lost. I was going to say Benny Maru can come in and sweep with priority, but because of speed drop... Alright, that's fine. That's overly fine, actually. That's okay. Go here. What if instead of that, right, we go to our bag, go to our TM case, use that beautiful TM case. We use Low Sweep. Not only do we get stab damage and a stronger fighting type move, but we can take away the viability of Rampardos' Accelerock as a priority move. Only thing is, right, if I give special attack beneficial nature, yeah, giving special attack beneficial nature to Electrode. Let me look at my damage calculator, because I want to know if I got a low roll. Or if it's just genuinely always a 2-hit KO. No, yeah, it seems like guaranteed 2-hit KO. That is annoying. Even with Magnet? Really? Yeah, guaranteed 2-hit KO. Even the high roll on damage is only 94.4. Now, if I did... let's say mild, right, to boost special attack on the nature, it's still only an 18.8%. Wow. All right. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't realize that Clawitzer was that much of a special defensive tank. Special defense of 89. That doesn't even sound... I mean, 89 special defense compared to 95 special attack on base stats. Plus stab, plus magnet boost. Even with... an offensive boost? What do you mean only 18.8% chance? This game, man, this game is annoying. I have a hard time believing that doesn't Oko, but, you know, whatever. EVs don't exist either, so I can't even say, like, oh, you know, give it max special attack EVs. Well, out of curiosity, what would happen if I tried to use one of these, like, I have, like, wings, right? Which one is it that... Let's see, Muscle Wing Boost Attack. Let's see what happens if I use that on a Pokemon. Let's say Benny Maru, for example. Yeah, one of effective minimal grinding mode. Figured. Ugh, that's annoying. Okay, I say we go back and get another Mon from where I'm thinking potentially Raid Den. So we had Tinkaton there. Or the pre-evo, I think it was Tinka Tough, right? Evolves into Tinkaton at level 36, so we would get Tinkaton, which has kind of abysmal stats, right? Oddly high special defense at 105, decent speed at 95, attack is only at 85, but Gigaton Hammer is what really makes it kind of dangerous. Doesn't get that until level 44. Alright, never mind. We don't get that. Looking at the raid dens then. Rock Tunnel Raid Den. Delibird is possibly the worst mon that we can send out against Rampardos. Although I don't hate Pharaoh Seed. Let's see what we can do with Pharaoh Seed and Pharaoh Thorn. Pharaoh Seed doesn't evolve until level 40. Are we serious? Okay. Guess we'd be stuck with Pharaoh Seed. Gyro Ball wouldn't be doing that much. I can't do much there. Why am I traveling all the way through? I'm not going to go to the... And then we do still have our Raid Den encounter, as well as our Route 9. Wait a minute, I think I have the idea here. Inside it, what's Dark type, right? Can't do anything there. What we can do is with Time Changer. Now we get Eevee. Now here's the plan. What we are able to do for this encounter... Actually... Doesn't let you deselect. Due to the duplicates clause, we actually can fight Eevee without having to catch it, since we already had the Eevee beforehand. Enter. Let's take out Eevee and then throw another wishing piece in here. Plan being, right, that we have the ability to potentially get Hisui and Zoroark. Heracross would also be a very, very good option. I'm kind of hoping for the Heracross. Great pick if we get Heracross. So let's hope for that. But we'll see how it goes. Fight. Let's go Max Knuckle. Boost attack there. Let me read the Nuzlocke rules very carefully here. We duplicate claw specifically. Okay, so it doesn't say that we can catch another one. It just says that we can continue battling until we get one that we don't already have. Shoot. In fact, it even clarifies that the point is to keep players from having multiples of the same Pokemon. So I don't think that that catching Eevee would have been the right application of that rule. You all know I do love my my loopholes to get around these challenges, but I don't think that one would have counted. Heracross, though. Perfect. All right, this is what I was looking for. Heracross. So, Heracross is going to be our physical attacker. Very powerful against Rampardos. Has a Mega Form that we can use later down the line, but with a physical attack of 125. And it gets access to Guts. We do Guts Heracross, give it that Flame Orb that we got. I think it's kind of a monster. Also gets access to Endure. Actually, no, why would I use Endure and then Flame Orb? That doesn't do anything. Counter, though, is great because Rampardos only has attacking moves. We send out Heracross with Counter, super effective, and doubling the damage. GG's. Other options are going to be Brick Break there. Takedown, not really. But yeah, Heracross is the way for us. Let's go here, select 3 Mons, easy. Open up with Shinra, go Benny, and then finally we'll send an Usopp, why not? Unnerve, okay. Was that one of Heracross's abilities, really? I know this Dex is somewhat out of date. No. Heracross should not have Unnerve. I'm gonna see if I can find a more up-to-date Dex. There's a Dex here on GitHub. I'm not seeing anything about Heracross's ability getting changed. I can always read. There's like something on like the updates and stuff that I can always check. Interesting. Unnerve on Heracross. I wonder if we'll still get access to Guts. I think we will. I think so. I don't see them getting rid of Guts over getting rid of Swarm. Guts is just objectively the better. Not objectively, right? Depends on what you want to use it for. But I feel like Guts definitely has more applications. Catch Heracross. Not gonna be much of a choice, but oh yeah, I don't have my Dream Balls. That's fine. Eventually we'll get to that point in the story where we can just use bottle caps. Alright. So I'm limited in characters here. I'm gonna name him after Carnage Kabuto from One Punch Man, but I also don't have enough characters for that, so oops. We're just gonna go Carnage K or Carnage Cab. I'm gonna go Carnage K. I feel like it's smoother. All right, there we go. So we got our Raid Den. And Raid Dens we're not counting as encounters on the route because they don't appear on every route. So we're counting them as bonuses. There we go. But now I can't use another Raid Den. Let's go to the bag here. Actually, Carnage K is in our box. Let's get him out. Stats and move sets here. Lax nature, plus defense minus speed, has Unnerve. Counter, which is what we want. Fairy attack, brick break, and bide. Let's see what the move relearner has for us. Probably go with bullet sleeve, maybe arm thrust too. Pounce is good just for, you know, reducing attack. No, reducing speed. I'll learn pounce maybe. Let's do that to reduce speed, just in case. You never know. Bide, we don't have much of a use for it all there. guess arm thrust, right? No, let's go Leer. I don't really have much of a plan for it, but I guess I'm trying to be strategic a bit here. Maybe not yet. If this were Mega Heracross that had Skill Link where all of those multi-hit moves guaranteed hit 5 times, then I would probably use it. There we go. Alright, Carnage K. Right, just making sure there's no glitch that allows us to level up a little more. A guy can hope. I thought I had the Black Dot item. Didn't I get it for clearing Viridian Forest? Nope, I have Black Sludge, not Black Belt. Interesting. Okay. I also gotta get the nature right here. Heracross's speed is not high, right? At least not remarkable. Yeah, 85 is not bad. Higher base speed than Rampardos, but with the speed drop due to Sticky Web, I don't think we're gonna be able to really see the benefits of it. Let's go Carnage K let's do Adamant. Either Adamant or actually, no. Plan with Carnage K is to use counter. So we're going to want more defense, Impish. Alright, here we go. Alright, same strategy, team. Benny, you lead. And we'll have Carnage K. So, Benny Maru. I guess I'll save over this one, right? Yeah. So, Benny Maru into Usopp. After that is going to be Clawitzer, who we're going to use to trigger emergency exit. Take out Clawitzer with Loxus, who surprisingly does not Oko, which is, again, not the end of the world, but wow, can't believe that. There's going to send a Magmortar, who we can handle relatively easily, I would say, with either Blaziken or... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I forgot exactly what Magmortar's behavior was. I know that she gets cocky with Magmortar. So probably Blaziken for the high jump kick, and then trick her into going either Flamethrower or Aura Sphere. At which point we would switch into Benny, Shadow Sneak KO, right? After that, it's going to be Rampardos, who we just need to find a safe switch in for. Carnage K to tank exactly one hit and then use counter, and that'll be GG's. I'm predicting max 1 casualty, but I'm hoping to have none, obviously. Alright, Benny, you're out for a little bit here. Usopp, you're up next. Ultra tank that. That's not doing anything at all to us. First impression here for some major damage. Does Usopp still have silver powder? I don't know. I hope so. Make sure it really does that damage that we need it to. Either way. Sucker punch range here. That's fine. Really wanted the free switch from Clawitzer, but it's okay. We still got a free switch in the Loxus here. Only thing is, though, wait, no, that's not what we wanted. Shoot, hold on. Hold on. That's not how that was supposed to go. Because we did want Clawitzer to trigger that switch. That way she can't predict it, right? If we switch first before Clawitzer comes out, she can then make the decision to send in McMortar as she just did, which is not what we want. Our strategy works best when we play on the switch turns as well, not just, you know, her constantly pumping out Pokemon. So, there we go. Alright, Rabombi, done deal. Oh, I wish I had like a rapid spinner, man. You have no idea, but it's fine. If I really want, right, I could replace somebody with like a Sand Slash. That'll be a safe switch into Magmortar. Honestly, Sand Slash isn't a bad pick either. Would handle Rampardos and Magmortar. Definitely something worth exploring, I think. Will-O-Wisp. Hey, Benny's been on point too. Not only has he tanked all of these, avoiding crits, but also hasn't missed a Will-O-Wisp. Benny knows the plan, and Benny sticks to the plan. Alright. Usopp. Right? I don't remember if we went... No. Because Rapid Escape doesn't come in until, like, very late game here. Although if there were a Mon to send in against against Bouffalant, it would be Rapid Escape. Hold on. Maybe that's what I should have been doing. Maybe that's what I should have been doing. I'll try that. So we're going to go first impression here. Alright, well, he won't be able to KO us here. Thankfully, we do still get a Sucker Punch off on Clawitzer, which is what we really wanted. Right, extra damage. Dark Pulse forcing that switch. Perfect. In fact, that extra damage, that might have been the difference between an Oko or not with Veloxis. Because it did, what, 94% at a high roll? Now it's always high roll. Or not, sorry, now it's going to always KO high roll or not. Sorry, mine moving too fast there. But yeah, this is going to be an Oko. Magmortar comes out. I'd be very surprised if he didn't go for the Flamethrower here. I say in that case, Shinra. Yep. Overly tanked. Whoa. What do you mean was affected with Tar? Interesting. That's not. Is that how Flamethrower works in this game? I know that there's like an actual move that does that. Alright, let's go detect, see what he's going to use against Shinra. I think we can tank one more of whatever he uses. Thunderbolt, good. Alright, plan. High jump kick, right? Tank Thunderbolt. Please. Question mark. Dude, what? Okay. Alright. Like, what is... It's frustrating because Magmortar's not, like, making any moves that make sense, you know? Like, you have Rampardos right there. Yeah, it's a risky switch into, to Blaziken. But why are you spamming Flamethrower and Thunderbolt? Okay, so what I did want to try was opening with Flame Wheel first. Right, same thing against Rabombi. Now, what I wanted to try was instead of, going Usopp here, after burning Bouffalant, going with, what's it called? Rabbit Escape, right? Rabbit Escape gets super effective moves with low sweep, plus fake out as well. Not a lot of mons that she can really send out here. Probably gonna go with the Aura Sphere user, but that's okay, because we outspeed Clawitzer. Could send out Magmortar, but I think they're gonna do Clawitzer. So we're gonna go here. We live that, as long as it doesn't crit, good. There we go. Now, yeah, I'm gonna try Rabbit Escape instead. Because he's probably gonna Earthquake again. If he Rock Slides, it's even better, because it does even less damage. But Earthquake we live, Throat Chop we live. Pretty much has to Earthquake or Head Charge here. Because we resist both Rock Slide and Throat Chop. Alright, Low Sweep will also lower the speed, which is something that I'm looking forward to. Alright, Bouffalant's speed fell. It actually didn't do the damage I wanted it to do. But, hold on. Alright, well, seems like it was kind of a waste to send in Rabbit Escape. I think we could have got the same result, keeping Rabbit Escape healthy and just going Usopp off the bat. Clawitzer, Sucker Punch, Dark Pulse, Force Emergency Exit. Oh, what about... No, never mind. I was adding extra steps. I was like, oh, well, what if you fake out to get extra damage on Clawitzer? I don't need to do that. Loxus is one shot on Clawitzer at this point. Here we go. Discharge. What if I light screened? Light screen, right? Because we know we can live in Ice Beam, especially with light screen up. You haven't landed a critical hit all battle. Why would you crit now? Why would you crit now? Why would you crit now? Okay. Ugh, that was not what I wanted to happen at all. That was quite literally a worst case scenario. But I do like our strategy. I do like our strategy of going light screen. Because as long as it doesn't crit, right? Let me just see what we can do. Let me pull up my damage calculator here, right? If I take the magnet off, so what's our nature here? Is it plus speed minus defense? I don't know. Either way, right? Take the magnet off. I'm just gonna have that berry that reduces ice type super effective damage. I think it's like the Yache berry. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. But yeah, if we give it that, or just, I'll give it whatever. It's something that doesn't boost damage. Now, Clawitzer is, rather than being at 100% damage, or 100% health, let's say it is, actually, I could tell you exactly what it's at by just leveraging it against Glisopod's Sucker Punch. So, Glisopod Sucker Punch, blank set at level 36. with Adamant Nature and nothing to boost Dark type moves. Sucker Punch on Clyde, sir. Cardana set. At full health. Oh, I gotta reload it. Totally broke the... $36. Sucker Punch. Adamant Nature. Cloudser. Picnic Cardana. Alright. Sucker Punch. Low roll does about 26%. High roll does a little over 31. Let's low roll and say 26, right? So it'll clear out about 74% health. Now, Discharge is only a 43.8% chance to OHKO? If I don't have the magnet on? Really? I guess we're keeping the magnet. Alright. Let's see what Ice Beam. Ice Beam is only a 6.3% chance to OHKO. Okay, so she truly did get that, it truly was the crit. That makes me feel better. Really, I just wanted to make sure that it was the crit and that I didn't like have to take it out immediately and couldn't even risk setting up the Lich King still in cave. Yeah, we're still in Rock Tunnel. On the last boss battle here on Rock Tunnel. I know I said I wanted to get a gym badge done today. I forgot that this game throws in these like boss battles, you know, so often. Especially this time. Why'd have like 4 in a row? It used to be like a boss battle and then like a gym or, you know, Team Rocket somebody, right? And now it's like for example, Pewter City at Faulkner, gym leader. And then you go to Mount Moon, right? You have that one boss battle against the fossil guy, Archie. Now it's like, we got all these mons, bro, or all these bosses with these strong mons and strategies. It's getting late too. So probably gonna be my last battle of the stream, but I'll be live again tomorrow, I'm sure. Alright, Shadow Sneak. It's so annoying because like I have the strategy like 80 to 90% done. It's just a matter of accurately predicting. So that means not over predicting either, which y'all know oftentimes is a struggle of ours, is over predicting, expecting the opponent to make a move based on them thinking, you know, 3 or 4 steps ahead when they're probably not, and I don't need to account for that in my strategy. Okay, Bouffalant. So we did try out sending out Rapid Escape to see if Rapid Escape could handle it. She could not. Just did too much damage, or didn't do enough damage to Bouffalant. Bouffalant was doing too much damage. We ended up just doing a lot of health off Rapid Escape for no reason. I think we're still better off going Usopp here. First impression. Because either way, we're going to get the... do a Sucker Punch? I'm going to go Razor Shell. I think we can survive another head charge without going... Yeah, perfect. Razor Shell. Okay, we just need Chloritzer to not crit. That is it. So Sucker Punch here. Dark Pulse, we overly lived that. Not overly, barely, but I'll take it over not living it. Alright, Loxus. In fact, I'm so committed to this thing not critting that I'm gonna send in Loxus right now. I should have saved in that blank slide, not over my actual save. Shoot. That was a really bad move. Really, really bad move. That's okay. Worst case scenario, I just had to rebuild the team. Okay. Light Screen. Perfect. Ice Beam. Don't crit. Don't crit. Perfect. Discharge. Beautiful. Now I feel much more safe sending in Magmortar. We're sending in Shinra against Magmortar. Right, Flamethrower is not going to touch us now. Fortunately, we can't really waste a turn here with the tech to see what it's going to use. We've got to just high jump kick, get the damage done. Perfect. Now we can detect Thunderbolt. I think we send in Loxus here. Reason being that, you know, Loxus kind of served its purpose. If they go Thunderbolt, then we tank it and we're good. Actually, no, because we're slower. Alright, Light Screen wore off. Oh man, it's annoying because we actually did tank it too. I don't have any priority moves either. Alright, Loxus, you did well. Stand proud, you were strong. You did your job. Discharge. Yeah, you got speeds. Okay, that's fine. I should have given Heracross a priority move. That's what I should have done. Alright. Yeah, if Heracross had a priority move, that would have been perfect. Matter of fact, let me see if Heracross does learn any priority moves. Oh, wait, because I saved before the fight. I can't even do that. Feint is not. I'm thinking Feint attack is a priority. Alright, no priority moves. Feel a little bit better about that. If I had like quick attack or something, that would have been nice. And then just get the guaranteed. Alright, so it's going to go power up punch. Alright, Carnage Kabuto. We need you to lock in here and tank at least 2 attacks. Here's the first one. Yikes. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's not what I was expecting at all. Alright, change of plans. What if instead, right, we have to hit it with a priority move here, so Shinra's off the table. It's just going to be Benny, Usopp, and Rabbit Escape. I'm wondering, really, if... Where's my damage cup with Golisopod? Alright, Golisopod here. Rampardos has, what, just over 50%, right? Let's put it like 60 here. Sucker Punch is a 2-hit KO. First Impression is an 81.3% chance to OHKO. Okay. I like those odds. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What I didn't calculate here, and that might make the difference. Summary. Right, okay, make sure I had that item with Silver Powder, though. Boosting its power. By 1 point, I think it's like 1.2. Guaranteed OHKO. Wait, no, that's Head Smash. First Impression, guaranteed OHKO. Alright, Usopp. Are you ready to make history? Are you ready, Usopp? They tried to discredit you, man. They tried to discredit you. They always said that you were the weakest on the Straw Hat Pirates and that all you do is lie and run away in fear and whatnot. But I say nah. Oh, wait, it's going to KO me, isn't it? It's going to use Accelerock. I should have gone Rabbit Escape. Shoot. I forgot I had Accelerock. I should have gone Rabbit Escape. It's going to Accelerock. Summary. Hold on. I might have just sold. I might have just sold crazy. I might have just sold crazy. Alright, Rabbit Escape speed is faster still. Oh man, I might have just sold. I might have just sold crazy. Hold on. Hold on. Jolly Nature. Give it the Silk Scarf. Alright, strongest move on Head Smash is only guaranteed 2 hit KO. Power Up Punch 3 hit KO. So nothing is going to OHKO here. Fake Out is going to do at least 9.4, right? We know that. So, if I adjust that, right? Long tab. With around 51 health. Even at 51 health, Mach Punch is only a guaranteed 2 hit KO. Ah, I just sold. I'm so mad I just sold. Although, wait a minute. Maybe not. Maybe not. If I did sell, I know where I went wrong and we can continue from there. But I think we can still recover. I just have to get really, really lucky here. Really, really lucky. Please use what I think you're going to use. Earthquake. Ah, shoot. That's bad. That's bad. We wanted you to use Accelerock. Yeah. Alright, that's GG's. That is overly GG's. Fake Out. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm still faster with the exception of Accelerock. And maybe now that he is below half health. Right, let's put him at like 49. Alright, 81.3% chance to OHKO at 49% health. If this is like 45, it's a guaranteed OHKO. Okay, anything below 48%, this is a guaranteed OHKO. He doesn't outspeed, I don't think, unless he uses Accelerock. Now, Low Punny is at 49 out of 103. Low Punny is at 48% health. So it looks like we're both at about 48% health. If he were to use Accelerock, guaranteed 3-hit KO as is. Okay. So we still survive. If we were to use... Well, let me do -1 on the speed too. So I do still outspeed. He uses Power Up Punch. Guaranteed 2-hit KO. Because he doesn't have the boost on his attack yet. Head Smash is an OHKO, but he's not going to use that first. Alright, Low Punny. We need Low Sweep. Oh, Rabbit Escape! You saved us! Oh man, I sold and Rabbit Escape came in and cleaned up. Oh, that was a hard fight. Alright, let's go ahead and save right here. Rest in peace to Loxus and Carnage K. Carnage K didn't really get any showtime, man. The plan was to just come in swinging with counter, but I guess it did not work out that way. But yo, the plan with Light Screen on Loxus, flawless. Flawless. I'm gonna need a new KO'd box though, because now box 1 is no longer. Let's place here. Game. All right, KO'd box. Oops. Here we go. And of course I don't heal you after any fights, so let me go ahead and do that too. Well, we're back to the core 4 that we started the stream with. Feels like every stream is just like picking up a mon, right? Picking up a couple mons for like the task at hand, and then they end up getting sacked because they were literally like crafted for the task at hand. So what that tells me is that I have to start thinking more ahead now, because these fights are only going to get harder, and I'm not always going to have, you know, the perfect Pokemon for the task available. I didn't even have the perfect Pokemon here, right? We just happened to make it work. But that will bring us out of Rock Tunnel. I think there's actually one more boss fight on Route 10, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to see if I can at least get to Lavender Town first. Facade. Okay, that's going to be good on any mon that gets Guts. Yeah, alright. So we do have this one guy who is left as a final boss battle. I'm going to take him on next time, dude. It's been too long. Tired, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a stream here. But y'all already know, man, thanks to everybody for showing up, showing out, and showing love. Pretty productive stream. Not really. Got through Rock Tunnel, which I knew was gonna be a struggle, so happy that we got through that, as well as beating some other boss fights too. So just one more, then we'll be at Lavender Town. I don't know what the levels are gonna look like. It's been a while since I've played Kanto, as I've said, so if we're very under-leveled, might just have to turn back around, beat Surge, get that level cap up, and then, you know, keep it moving. But if we are at a good level, then we'll see what we have available to us here. But like I said, I'm gonna be out of here now, man. Thanks to y'all for showing up, showing out, and showing love. Hope everybody has a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic rest of their Saturday. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic rest of their weekend. And I'll catch y'all next time, man. Peace.